All right. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. How you guys doing today? What'd you guys think of the direct? I see Goldie, Vanillix, Gamers, Kooky. What's going on, guys? New Bayonetta? Yo! I didn't see that one. I turned it off after the Splatoon thing, because stream. But yeah, so new Bayonetta stuff? Nice. Yeah, what'd you guys think of the direct overall? What was everyone's favorite part? What was everyone's, like, least expected thing? What was everyone, like, most concerned or most excited about? Gabby, how's it going? Welcome. Bayonetta 3, nice. Nice. How am I doing today? I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Alright, yeah, so we still have a full box of eggs, so we're just gonna release these Grookies and pick those eggs up. Yeah, I will say, honestly, the least expected thing for me was KOTOR getting announced. Like a KOTOR port, of all things to get announced. Overall, kind of a mid-direct. I mean, it's a direct in September when everything coming out later this year has already been announced. Pretty much everything there was either something that we knew was coming out in spring getting a release date, or something coming out later in the year getting a little bit more info. That's really all we saw. With a few small exceptions, largely with indie stuff. KOTOR's cool. Like, that's the thing, like, KOTOR is interesting. I've never played it. Honestly, it being on the Switch might be a chance for me to play it, which is why it's a good idea, I guess, for them to do it, but it's just not something I was expecting. Talking with, or mentioning it to some of my buddies who are into Star Wars, like, yeah, there's been rumors, so, like, it's not something that came out of nowhere, but at the same time, like, to me, that was a shock. Sorry, I am admittedly eating candy. I still have those Red Hots. Yeah, so like the direct wasn't bad. It's pretty much what I would expect from one of these, especially given that going into it, Sakurai hadn't really acknowledged the direct in any way, so the expectation of something in terms of Smash was definitely not there. Hey, what's going on, Lemons? Welcome back. How you doing today? Weren't expecting much. Yeah, I mean, the most I'd really talked to people leading up to this direct starting was the possibility of a new Smash character. Also, I'm going to try to adjust this camera a little bit. How do I need to move it for what I want to do? That works. Zoom slightly works. Smash thing for the 5th, gonna be big. Yeah, I mean, that's what they did with Byleth, right? Like, the last character of the first pass. They did pretty much the whole thing, just watch the direct. Nice, what'd you think of it? When it started with Monster Hunter DLC, you knew it wasn't gonna be much. That's honestly fair. Honestly, yeah, trying to gauge it off of the first thing, it's like, alright, this is interesting. But, like, at the same time, like, usually directs that have big info have a massive announcement at the start and a massive announcement at the end to kind of bookend the whole thing. But yeah, if the thing they have for their initial hook is some Monster Hunter Rise DLC, like, yeah. Bayonetta 3 looks good, just off that trailer. And the Kirby game looks really good. That one actually looks very interesting to me. I've never really been one to get Kirby games, just because they don't appeal to me. Usually, they're just a little bit too far on that simplistic side. I'm totally fine with games that are just chill and relax games, but like, there's a difference between chill and relax and pretend like this is enjoyable and somewhat challenging, right? Like, I feel like, for me, not dissing Kirby games or people who like Kirby games in any way, I just want to put that out there. You like games you like, I like games I like. Me shiny hunting for most people out there, outside the people who are in this chat and other shiny hunter chats, is like tedious. So I'm not judging Kirby games anyways, but you know, like, previous Kirby games that have come out, like Star Allies and stuff, like I played the demo, which is like, is this it? But this Kirby game actually looks pretty interesting. I actually do think this one will be pretty interesting, so I might get that. Only one who's worried about the online stuff? No, I'm the one who pointed it out to you, Vanillix. It was funny watching our message come through. Go, no. They're saying it's rolled into normal online, literally as they're announcing its Plus expansion pack. Also, I really do need to adjust this camera. Sorry for always getting super up in you guys' face. The camera mount isn't super stable at the moment. I think I've mentioned it's like just sticking off the side of one of my light arms, and this camera mount isn't. It's not bad. I wouldn't ever say this camera mount's bad, but it's not like the most solid with twisting in terms of like, it's got a really solid mechanism for the arm, but the actual clamp holding it onto whatever surface it's on, the clamp I'm using, is not super great. My goal is to just get like a solid arm to mount it to something with like a proper C-clamp, and then use a little arm off of it from there. Yeah, then you were like, wait, yeah, right? But yeah, the online stuff being like a tiered subscription service now is really weird to me. Especially because it's not like, here's online to play games for like a couple bucks. And here's like another rental service on top of that. It's not like Game Pass. It's not like Game Pass in the way that like, you would get gold and you would get Game Pass. It's like gold was like half of Game Pass, but if you want anything newer than the 360 game, like, you gotta pay extra. And it's like, that's weird that it's tiered like that. I am very interested in the fact that Genesis games are available on it. That is actually really cool. I think that kind of is cool. At the same time, it's also Nintendo kind of flexing on one of their former rivals, now like business partners, and like, yeah, don't worry, you don't have a console to do Virtual Console on. We'll just do it on ours for you, bud. The humble brag. Not sure about a Mario movie, but Jack Black playing Bowser. I have very mixed feelings about this movie. I think so. Here are my thoughts on the movie. For basically the whole time the movie was getting announced was Miyamoto coming out on stage, me going, okay, are we getting a new Mario game? Like, maybe that would be awesome. And then it, flips around and it's just, and it's like, oh, we're making a movie. It's like, okay, partnering with Illumination. Oh no. I'm not a very big fan of recent Illumination stuff. I will say, if there was a company partnered with Illumination to make them do things properly, it would be Nintendo. As far as like someone kind of telling Illumination not to be lazy, it would be Nintendo. Especially with something like Mario. I feel like Nintendo has dealt with enough problems in terms of like movie and video related Mario content to not let anyone be lax with it. But like I said, my concern is just with Illumination tending to make soulless, like lifeless husks of movies with their super cute and family friendly animation and art style that like on the surface looks really attractive in terms of wanting to watch, but then it's just very below that, it's very bland. Yo, we're getting raided. Welcome to everyone listening to me bash Illumination. How's it going, guys? Welcome raiders. How you guys doing today? Welcome Puffin Party. How's everybody doing? I see Duke, Esper, Strings, Chem Nation. What's going on, Chem? Trey, Guster Tales, Soluvia, Amaru, Trevor, Nothing, Shiny Swamp, Chris, Rainbow. What's going on, Puffin Pratt, Chris Puffin raid? Get raided. I am happily will get raided. Welcome, raiders. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Hope you guys had a good stream. Puffin, what's going on? And Omaru, what's up? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Dono Ipe in chat for Omarmu. And the Shiny Swamp, thank you for the sub. Yeah, welcome, raiders. How you guys doing today? How you guys doing? Puffin, how was the stream? I know you were streaming some of the direct, and yeah, there we go. Omarmu MC with the super chat. Thank you so much for that, Omarmu. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Best of luck on those shinies. Thank you, Rainbow. Yeah, I'm doing very well. Doing very well. Getting settled into the new streaming studio. Because yeah, for everyone who has been here before, the background's very different. I just moved. I'm working on getting the streaming set up together. And yeah, it's been good. But yeah, got the EV like 3 months before the direct. Nice, 20-something SOS. That's crazy, dude. Congrats. Chris Pratt Mario. Yeah, I saw that. I've got mixed feelings about the movie announcement. I think you guys came in when I was saying like, I don't properly trust Illumination. I trust Nintendo, I don't trust Illumination, and I don't know how that should like weigh out on scales. Congrats on moving. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very excited when it comes to the moving and the streaming, just because now I have a room dedicated to it, and there have been so many things I've wanted to do with streams that moving has taken up a lot of like my spare time and a lot of my spare thought for the better part of the summer. So now it's like I want to get back more into doing some really fun streaming stuff. Puffin's luck is too good, right? I need some of Puffin's luck. And Plushko, what's going on? Welcome. Movie announcement made you think you have finally lost it? Okay, so I don't know. You guys let me know what your thoughts are on all of the movie stuff and like what your thoughts are on the cast, because I'm gonna be honest. Of the cast, Charlie Day as Luigi is the only one that I went, that makes sense. I think, like, to me, nothing against the other actors in there. I didn't recognize the girl who was, I guess, Peach. I didn't recognize her, but I recognized everyone else, and like everyone else, I feel like is just a big name. Like Charlie Day is still a big name, but I feel like it's not a name that Illumination or Nintendo would go like, we just want to slap this on a family-friendly movie unless they really, really felt like he would fit the character. Mega Man collab in Monster Hunter Rise? Jack Black as Bowser, though? Jack Black as Bowser could be really good. That could be really good. Welcome to Illumination. See, that's the thing, right? Is like, my concern is when it feels like it's just a marketing move to get certain talent. And when it's more for their name than it is for their acting skills, is when I get a little bit concerned, and I feel like Illumination can kind of do that sometimes. If Chris Pratt does an Italian accent, you're done. That would be a very dangerous line for Chris Pratt to walk. Know about this movie for a few years now. I was totally unaware of this. I must have missed some direct at some point. Thought you had seen it all. I mean, honestly, yeah, I somehow missed this movie. Apparently, it's not a big surprise, but the thing that got me the most, and I was surprised most, as I was mentioning in the chat earlier, was the KOTOR announcement. Announced a few years back. Okay, I must have just missed it then. I must have not paid attention to some direct. I do want to say again, thank you to Puffin for that raid, and welcome to all the raiders who are here in chat now. And again, thank you to Amaru for the super chat, and to the new subs as well. I really, really appreciate that. Playing the KOTOR remake, you've already played the OG. I haven't ever played KOTOR. I've heard a lot about it. One of my buddies would play it all the time. Check your last message. Mega Man collab and Monster Hunter Rise? Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know that one was announced. I must have missed that at some point. I was kind of walking around doing some stuff with the direct on in the background, so anything that was announced, but like wasn't really like expanded upon by the announcers and by the commentators, I didn't see, or I didn't fully take in. Yeah, I guess the biggest things in the direct, the movie, Bayonetta 3, and then at that point, like, just the announcements of other presentations. You got the last Smash character getting announced on the 5th, and sometime later in the month, we'll get an Animal Crossing Direct. That'll be interesting. An Animal Crossing specific Direct. I didn't think Animal Crossing would have enough new content to warrant its own entire Direct. Want Rush from Mega Man to be real? Triangle Strategy not changing its name, just like Octopath? Yeah, I don't... yeah, Triangle Strategy as a name seemed funky to me. Octopath I kinda got. I guess maybe, I don't know, I didn't play the demo for Triangle, so like, maybe it makes sense with, maybe it makes a lot of sense. But Octopath at least like made sense like from the start, but like Triangle Strategy very much felt like a placeholder name, but they stuck with it. Interesting. That was one I definitely thought would change names. The movie's gonna be now. Okay, I just saw that the Eevee was named Chris Pratt. Okay. The movie's gonna be an acid trip. It's gonna be so weird. It's either going to be a massive, massive success. I mean, it's gonna be a massive success financially, no matter what. I don't think that's a question. As much as I've talked about my concern with Illumination, the one thing Illumination is good at, generally, with the right IP, is just guaranteeing financial success of the movie. So I don't have any concerns that like anyone's gonna lose money on this project in terms of that movie, but it's either gonna knock it out of the park and be some massively successful and massively popular movie in terms of people going like, that movie was fantastic, we need more of it, or it's gonna be such a weird, like you said, like an acid trip of just like, what did I watch, right? Like, I don't think there's really gonna be any in between. It's gonna be like, either it's gonna like thread the needle perfectly, or it's just gonna miss the mark by so much that everyone's just wondering what the heck's going on the entire time. I guess I'm here for it no matter what, I guess, so we'll just see. We'll see what happens. I guess we got a year. We got a year for that. That was what, late December 2022. That's gonna be coming out. So we shall see. Yeah, so how's everyone's day been? You know, what do you guys think of the direct? If you haven't said anything, or just in general, like how has your day been as a whole? Mine's been pretty good. The past 2 days, since I haven't seen anyone since Tuesday on the stream, my past 2 days have been pretty good. I worked a little bit more on some stuff for the streams. I think I've kind of mentioned I'm waiting to get another piece for this desk before I really start getting the room set up, so we're still just rocking the temporary setup with lights that are way too big to be on my desk, sitting on my desk. Camera zoomed in ever so slightly just to make like the background look okay. The other thing that maybe some of you will notice, have noticed, or will notice and won't be able to unnotice for the rest of the stream, the camera's been tilted the whole time. Because like I said, it's just been slipping a little bit on its mount, like, but this weekend, maybe even tomorrow, I'll be able to get the other piece for the desk and start staining it and finishing it, and then once that's done and all ready to go, I'll be able to drop it on and move the whole desk over and actually start getting things put in the right place. Get proper sound panels, get the bass traps mounted where they need to go, and then the big thing is lighting. Like, a lot of lighting stuff's gonna happen. As well as I have some stuff I've been working on for the streams that'll be more in terms of like actual stream stuff. Stuff like the starting and end, the start and end cards, the be right back thing, just the background in general. A lot of little things I'm kind of working on, and hopefully like I can just kind of like at the snap of a finger switch them over one day. There was just a little bit of stuff I had to do to actually get my background the way I wanted it, at least for the new thing I'm trying. But it's good to see everyone. It's happy to have everyone here from the raid. I really appreciate you guys coming by and hanging out. Also, we're about to hit 800 Grookey. We are significantly over odds at this point for this hunt. We're over 1.5 times odds, and RCX membership has renewed. Hype for RCX being a member for another month. Okay, I do have that open. Cool. Yeah, and we're coming up on Terrakion hitting double odds as well. There's a chance we hit it today, depending on how long we go. So we'll see. We'll see on that front. There we go. 800 Grookey hatched. Over the course of like the past 2 years. 800 Grookey hatched. The first shiny hunt we started in Sword and Shield, and we still haven't finished it. Hopefully that changes today, though. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it today, guys. We'll get something. I don't know if it'll be Grookey. I don't know if it'll be Terrakion. We'll find one of them. Alright. Oh, I clicked away. All of my count buttons went away for a bit there. Alright, they're back. Who was it yesterday on Discord who got the shiny Grookey? Like yesterday or Tuesday, like 20 minutes after the stream ended, someone found a shiny Grookey. Rubbed it in my face. And also, thank you to everyone for the likes on the stream. We're already almost to our usual like goal for the day. Really, really appreciate that. Means a lot, helps out a lot when you guys leave likes and stuff on the stream. And yo, Trevor Goldie, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that, Trevor. Hope you're having a good day. And Kem, thank you for the sub as well. I don't know, are all these subs just coming through right now? Or are all these subs from the raid that are just coming through? You guys just subbing now. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. And Footprints on the Sun with the sub as well. Thank you guys so much for the subs. I think I hit the button. Oh, I didn't hit the button twice there. Haha. Also, I just hatched my eggs, didn't I? I should, yeah. Don't want to be a fool like I usually am and just run around for 10 minutes with a fully hatched party. The number of times I've done that is embarrassingly high. That I've just, like, flat out not been hatching things for like 10, 15 minutes because I'm just running in circles and I've filled up 3 PC boxes with eggs that could be getting hatched. Alright, now that we got a full PC box, I'm just going to run 2 batches of eggs, or I'm going to run at least 1 full batch of eggs without hatching any, or without collecting any new ones, just so we don't overflow. the PC here. And yo, Sudden Death, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Did you see the direct, man? If you did, what are your thoughts? And how's your day been, just as in general? I think I mentioned in general that today's been a good day. Today has been a pretty good day. A very boring win, but a win nonetheless. I got the handle on my refrigerator door fixed. Like, the second day after I moved in, I went to open the fridge, and I just pulled the handle, and the top of it just snapped off. It's a very old fridge. I mean, I immediately, like, it was, like, Saturday, like, yeah, so I got the keys Wednesday, and Friday was the first night that I was here. I think I woke up Saturday to get something out of the fridge, or... No, it was later Saturday. It was... Right, I had finished moving in, so basically the timeline of me moving into this place was I got the keys Wednesday, and Saturday afternoon I had to be out of my apartment. And Saturday, like, morning, frantically packing stuff up in my car in my dad's truck to get the last of the stuff out of there. Finally did that, got back to the place, just kind of chilled out for a bit, because I've been moving for the past 5 days, and went and got some groceries, came back to put them in the fridge, pulled on the door handle, and the top of it just snapped. And it was like, you know, like, fridges have, like, suction to them, you know, to keep, like, all the cold air in and, like, seal nice and well. And that suction was enough that pulling on that handle just made it feel like it was just gonna break entirely. So I was having to, like, claw at the door and pull it open from the side. The landlord's dropped off new handles for it today. Got those installed. The fridge feels as good as new. Pretty good until a little while ago when you found out your annoying aunt, go to... Oh, they're coming over and it's a little heated because of your plans. Oh no! Just like they're unexpectedly coming over and it's gonna mess with stuff. Oh, happy to be here. I'm happy to have you here, man. Happy to have you here. But yeah, so that was my boring excitement for the day. Was was hooray! My fridge door is fixed. And I don't need to be collecting eggs. I don't know why I've been collecting them. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to this weekend. One, Formula 1 racing. Oh yes, practice sessions tomorrow. Yes, Formula 1. Always happy to watch it. Alright, I'm just going to make sure I grab 2 more. Always last minute plans, just annoying you, but other than that, excited for the F1 races. Yes, dude. Where are we at? Oh yeah, we're in Russia this week. That'll be interesting. I'm ready for Bottas to come out of nowhere and just win, because it's Russia, and he always does well there unless, you know, James comes on and tells him otherwise. Unless there's like a big Valtteri it's James moment, I think Bottas is gonna be like first or second. Is my guess. Max is taking some engine penalties. Lewis might take some as well after Monza, so it honestly might just be Bottas and the McLarens out front. So it'll be interesting. It'll be a very interesting race. Any F1 weekend I'm happy with. So yeah, there's that, and then getting the desk. Oh man, the desk. I keep talking about it. I know it's probably getting obnoxious, but the desk is something that I have been trying and wanting to get finished for over a year. But it just didn't make sense to have that desk in the apartment, and every time I started working on it, other things came up and I couldn't. But we're finally to the point where it's like, this weekend I'm doing it. If I can borrow a pickup truck or something, or, you know, a van long enough from someone, I am getting this countertop, I am staining it, I am bolting it to the existing one and making my L desk, finally. And once I have that, once that's all together, you know, we can really get in on the stream stuff, really get stuff set up. Pretty excited, only a few months till BDSP. Yeah, less than 2 months at this point. I mentioned on Discord, I went and talked to my local GameStop today, because now that I've moved, it's like, alright, I know where I am, I know where I should be pre-ordering my games from to get them physically as quickly as possible. Basically be able to get them physically and get home and stream as quickly as possible. I now know what I'm doing for that. And yeah, I went. I ran a couple errands today. I had to grab a few things for the house and just, you know, general little errand run at lunch. And right between like one store and another was a GameStop. So I was like, all right, like it's right on my way. So I pulled in, stopped, and went in, talked to him, was like, hey, you know, are you doing midnight releases for Pokemon? And he's just like, we don't know yet. With the world how it is, we don't know. We want to, but you know, they're gonna play it safe. And I was like, that's fair. That makes a lot of sense. And they said they would know like 2 weeks out. So it's like, I'll probably make my call on the numbers as to whether or not I pre-order from them or just like accept that I'm buying one of them digitally a little bit earlier than that. But yeah, so like beginning of November, I'll know if I can get the stuff pre-ordered. Yo, Footprints on the Sun. Good luck getting the shiny. Thank you. I appreciate it. And also, thank you for the sub. I really, really do appreciate that. And hey, we hit the light goal, guys. Already hit the light goal. Only, like, how far into the stream are we? Only 30 minutes in. I really appreciate that. Already pre-ordered your copy of Shining Pearl. Nice. Yeah, I want to make sure I have it at midnight. And I really, really want to get it physically, just because I've gotten every other game for my Switch physically, except for Game Builder Garage. And I really just want to have all my Pokemon games physically, even if it's just to put on a shelf. So I'd really, really like to not buy a game twice, just to have the physical copy of it alongside the digital. I'd rather just get the one copy of it, the one copy of each. But who knows? Who knows how that'll play out? Again, it just depends on what numbers are like, and you know, how the GameStop feels about doing it and how Nintendo feels about it and everything. So from what he said, it sounds like if things don't like completely shut down again, it's gonna happen. But yeah, I guess really from his side of it, he couldn't say yes when there's a chance of like the world just locking down again. It's like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I love shiny hunting with others. It makes it a little more fun. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's always fun when you can like do something you enjoy with other people who enjoy it, and you know, and understand it in the same level and like way that you do, right? Like I think it's in the way that like, you know, like someone who's really competitive into a game might really get along with other people who are really competitive into it, but like a casual and a competitive might like honestly lose enjoyment from it at the same time. But like when you both understand a game the same way, and you can just talk about it for like hours on end, that's always so much fun. I feel like shiny hunting is just one of those things that is like, if you do it, you understand it. And if you don't do it and you're watching a stream, it's because you're curious, and then you're gonna be hooked. You're gonna be hooked. It's like, I feel like it's almost impossible to like find a shiny, hunt for a shiny, and then just be like, nah, that wasn't for me. I feel like that just doesn't happen. You know, like for me, it was like, it had always been a joke that I'll shiny hunt, I'll get a living dex, because you know, I was the like 100% all of my Steam achievements kind of guy in my friend group. And then I started shiny hunting, like I was like, I'm gonna go for it, I'm gonna actually do it. Let's not let it be a meme anymore. And then I like did one hunt, and I was like, I'm doing this more often. And then I dropped like 700 hours into a game in 3 months. The name of your Turtwig in Shining Pearl should feel honored. I am very honored by that, like legitimately. Also, for everyone here, if you aren't aware, we'll be doing a special Halloween stream. We had a donation goal to get me and my cat, Ash and Pikachu costumes for a Halloween stream. That goal was blown away before I even got around to setting up the donation goal on the stream. From Vanillix being insane, that donation goal got hit. I ordered the stuff today. I am crossing my fingers that the cat's costume shows up on time. According to my order on Amazon, the expected delivery date of that is somewhere between October 13th and November 1st, which one date in that whole process is after that stream would happen. So, hopefully it shows up in time. The Ash costume is gonna be here like Sunday. Like the difference in shipping on stuff that's Prime or not Prime. Thanks to you and Vanillix. Yeah, you're the one with the idea, and Vanillix just funded it immediately and unwittingly. Husband introduced you to these games, and you kind of fell in love. You trade shiny Pokemon from time to time. That's awesome. It's great when you can like have something like that that you both know and understand and can enjoy and talk about. Yeah, I got my girlfriend into shiny hunting as well. She had never done like shiny hunting before. She had found like one shiny before that and just was into Pokemon casually. And then, you know, we started talking, and you know, I talked about the shiny hunting and the streaming and stuff, and she got back into it. She does a lot of Poke Radar hunts now. And that's the type of hunting that she really enjoys. Hey, Gia, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Hope your day has been going well. Yeah, and other stream things going on. Hopefully, very, very soon we switch over to the new style of music. As far as like being able to mix stuff from different sources together. Still kind of working on getting that playlist together in the first place, as well as like, going to work on getting like stream elements set up for it. Because if I'm not streaming it from my browser or anything, like I want to display what's playing on stream as well. Everyone's ramping up for Nintendo Direct. I leave my Twitch? What do you mean by leave my Twitch? I haven't used it in a while. And yo, what's going on, Juan? The Direct was awesome. The Direct had moments. I know you're probably excited about the Splatoon 3 stuff in it. Yeah, no, like the Direct wasn't bad. I think I kind of agree with Vanillix. He said it was a mid Direct, and it's like I think that's a pretty fair assessment of it. To be completely honest, I think it was pretty normal. For me, at least. Again, because I don't follow a lot of stuff that closely outside of Pokemon. Just because Pokemon's like the game I play the most. It's the one that I like am willing to invest that amount of my like emotion and time and like thought into. Whereas like other Nintendo stuff is like, cool, if it comes out and it looks fun, I'll definitely buy it and play it. But it's not something I'm gonna sit and make predictions on or like guess on like when something's gonna get announced or anything like that. That's just not what I want to spend my time doing with most stuff. Pokemon is the one exception to that. So I go into pretty much every one of these directs with a very open mind as far as like, this whole thing probably won't be for me. But like, I think that's totally fine. I'm gonna collect one egg here and then force myself not to collect any more. Because with me collecting this one egg, with this one egg, we're up to where like, I would have had a full box before starting this batch of eggs. Change these settings and you'll be fine for Twitch. Let's actually see, what does my Twitch layout look like? Yeah, I have nothing on my Twitch layout right now, actually. I need to fix it, but yeah. Yeah, I know. I want to do some more with Twitch. I don't know if I would stream like on Twitch at the same time, necessarily, but I do need to do more stuff with my layouts for that. Yo, what's going on, Ian Young? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Bayonetta 3 is coming next year. That's why you're excited. Yeah. Yeah, I missed the Bayonetta thing. I saw the Splatoon thing happen, and then I ended my viewing of the Direct at that point so I could get the stream running. Then I came in here and learned about the Bayonetta stuff, which is awesome. Are we over odds for both shinies? Yes, we're actually approaching double odds for both. Double odds for Terrakion will be like 26. And then double odds for Grookey will be 1,000, basically. Both of those are a little bit under, but close enough. It's a rounding thing at that point. Yeah. Yeah, 1365 for Terrakion is odds, and 512 for Grookey is odds. Which Pokemon Unite had the same gameplay as League of Legends, but at that point it would just be League of Legends. I think it's a good thing for them to have different gameplay. Like, them being similar is okay, but I don't think, like, the game should play exactly the same, because at that point it's just, like, a straight-up reskin. Second gameplay is optional. Oh, like you just want to have a mode like that? That would be interesting. Finally got a Custat Berry in Gen 6, but you still have more items to collect. Are you trying to get at least one of every item? That's pretty cool. Glad you 100% Bayonetta 1 and 2 before 3. Did you miss Glide or Love You Need yet? I don't think so. I don't think those have played. Wish Knight had Shuckle as a playable character. Alright, but then it'd be too overpowered. It would always be one-sided. There'd always just be like, what, like 5v5 Shuckles? Or 66 Shuckles, however many it is. I haven't actually played Unite. I don't know the team sizes. Oh Lord and Savior Shuckle. Yeah, I never got into MOBA games, so I wasn't really, you know, like counting down the seconds until Unite came out or anything. Nintendo 64 is coming to Switch, and weirdly Mario 64 is also in that list of games. Yeah, it's like part of like an extended online membership service, like a tier of it, which feels weird to divide the tier in the middle of like your console emulation. Like it'd be one thing if it was like, hey, here's all this emulation on like another tier of Switch Online, but then it was like basically like entering the 3D era is what has switched them over to the new tier. Everyone forget about the OLED Switch? I don't think anyone's forgotten about it. Nintendo just didn't talk about it today. I'm still planning on getting one. Again, just because I was planning on getting a second Switch. I don't think anyone should be going out and buying an OLED Switch if you already have one, and if you weren't planning on getting a new Switch before the OLED Switch came out, don't get an OLED Switch. There's no point to it. It is basically the same Switch, just with a slightly more modern hardware, in terms of just like user feel, not really in terms of like performance. So I don't think anyone should be rushing out to buy this if you don't already need a Switch. I was just planning on getting a second Switch. I already have a Switch, but you have a pretty beat up Switch, so you might buy one when you can. See, like that's the kind of situation where maybe it makes sense. For me, what it is I have a like not release day Switch, but like a Switch from the first month of release. So like even the Switches that you can just go buy in stores right now, those already are Switches that would be an improvement over mine, just because of the battery improvements and everything. As well as I've mentioned before, there were some things I wanted to do that my Switch currently would be decent for, that newer Switches can't do, that I also wouldn't want being messed around with when it comes to like being related to my streams or related to just my main Nintendo accounts. If you catch my drift. As well as just in general, we have 2 Switch games coming out, so maybe I need to be able to dual stream those. So a second Switch for that wouldn't be bad. But again, I am in a very different circumstance from most people. As someone streaming, I can justify getting both games. I can justify what am I trying to say? A second Switch and capture cards and stuff, just like a little bit more than most can, you know, just because like it's for the stream. So yeah, I started playing Pokemon when I was a young little lad. Yep, not super young. I feel like a lot of people started younger than I did. I first started playing Pokemon when I was like 8 or 9. Also, I'm sorry for doing this. I feel like I need to adjust the camera. Yeah, I first started playing Pokemon when I was like 8 or 9. Then I kind of played for a few years. Basically, I played like the second half of Gen 3 and the first half of Gen 4. And then I stopped playing Pokemon until ORAS because my DS got broken and I couldn't play it. And being an angsty middle and high schooler, I didn't want to play a kids game. Or I wasn't gonna ask, you know, to get like new stuff to play a kids game, so I just didn't. But then I got back in with ORAS and then really went off the deep end with Sun and Moon. I'm back from Eat. Welcome back. Hope it was a good eat. When did I start playing Pokemon? Yeah, okay, so that was the answer to that. Yeah. I started playing Pokemon when I was 8. My first game was Fire Red. After that, I got Sapphire and Emerald. Then I got Pearl, and then I got Alpha Sapphire, and then I've pretty much gotten everything since then. At this point, I've kind of back collected through stuff. The question is, do you like berries and cream? Okay, so there was the food theory video about that like the other day, as well as that video's just come up before as like, one of those funny, memorable, weird commercials. Everyone remembers that. I have no recollection of that. Everything that was talked about as like advertising stuff in that food theory video about just like, everyone remembers it because it was so weird. I remembered none of those. I don't know why, they just didn't stick with me. So I have no nostalgia for it, and at this point it is just weird. Is basically what that is. What's going on, MT? Welcome to the stream, man. What's with the sad face, dude? What's with the sad face, man? Played Pokemon Stadium when on the 64 when you were 9, and oof, the struggles you've been through beating that game, and got Ruby's your first main Pokemon game. Nice. Last message, please. The sad face? Was there another message? Did I miss something? I don't see anything other than the sad face. What's up? Yeah, checking in like both forms of chat I have. I don't see anything. When he's a little lad who likes berries and cream. It's just such a weird thing. And like I said, I don't remember it, so I have no nostalgia for it, and it's just weird. Would have been 1 when the commercial came out. I would have been like 10 or something, and I don't remember it. Or like those the other weird ones, like the like puppy monkey baby thing and all that stuff. Like, I know that was like a Super Bowl commercial or something. I don't remember that at all. Like, most of my memory of these commercials is like my memories of people going, do you remember that weird commercial? And me going, no. Then you're going to head out, maybe play Valorant. Alright, see you later, gamers. Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. Hope to see you again soon. Remember Puppy Monkey Baby from the Super Bowl? Yeah, like, I don't. I do not remember it from the Super Bowl. And, like, I know that was around the time I was still watching, like, the Super Bowl, even just for the commercials. We have a Flashback Thursday mindless moment. What is that? What's a mindless moment? So the answer, I guess, is maybe, if I knew what this was. This mysterious concept. Maybe a Gen 4 shiny hunt? I would love to do something like that at some point. At the moment, my Gen 4 games are not complete enough to do any like kind of poker radar. I would love to get to that point. Maybe we'll see. We'll see if I have the time between now and when BDSP comes out to like get a hunt like that set up. Flashback Friday would be a more logical answer. Like for doing like older hunts, that could be interesting. That could be interesting. We have to decide on what we're doing for those kind of things, because like what would count as like a flashback kind of hunt, you know, as far as like, would it just be things that happen in older gens? Because then you could count like Celebi or Jirachi, and I feel like both of those are still pretty modern hunts. I don't think those are really hunts that you consider like throwback hunts in the same way that like a Gen 3 starter is. Only PokeTubers you watch are me and Weedle Twinneedle. Oh, I'm happy to be one of them. I am honored. It means a lot. It genuinely means a lot that like I'm one of those people. It's Flashback Fridays. Yeah, so you'd have to decide what kind of hunts to do with that. Mario Party announced the last 3 other boards, and you'll love them. They do look really interesting. I'm still salty that this is like a whole new game when it literally looks like what Super Mario Party, the game that I do own, should have been. Guess won't happen, no worries. What do you mean by it won't happen? Like as far as like Flashback Friday, like either I'm missing messages or I don't know what's up. Either messages are just being deleted before I see them, or like I'm confused. I don't know. Tired right now, but if it's my stream, you're here. Awesome, glad to have you here, man. There's a link you're sending. If you're sending it in chat, YouTube will just flat out delete links. It's not like YouTube's been really annoying, and sometime in the past year, they just decided that if they deemed a message to not be okay, they wouldn't show it. Like. Yeah, like it's auto delete, but it's like it's really frustrating as me, because it used to be that like YouTube would be like, "Oh, I'm going to hold this for review," and me and any mods and I could see it. And we could decide to delete it or show it, or hey, you post a link, you want me to look at it, I can take the link out of a hidden message so like no one else can click it and stuff, and it'd be okay. But now it deletes it. Like, it's invisible to me, it's invisible to my mods. We have no control over that. Like, I don't think there's a way to tell YouTube to just not do that. And it's really annoying because of the fact that it's like you have situations like this where it's like, usually even if something's deleted, like if YouTube hides something, I at least have the context of them hiding it. I imagine there's some level of it that it's like they do it for like my sake. Of if like there's someone really toxic coming in here, and like if there's just like been people like if there's been people, I'm forgetting the word. I don't know why I'm forgetting the word, but there's a word I'm trying to think of. whatever. I'm not remembering the word. It starts with a B, but yeah, I don't know. I can't think of it. But basically, like, I'm not getting harassed. I know there are people out there who probably do, and it's awful that they do. So I understand the logic of, like, hiding anything that they think might be some form of harassment to certain streamers for their sake, for, like, their just health. But, like, I wish I could just tell it that it's like, I don't have that problem. And generally, I'm able to deal with anyone that is trying to be, like, that is trying to harass and stuff. I can deal with it fine. Let me see the context of messages that I'm getting. Because it was really a frustrating, and it's nothing that anyone here is doing. Like, it's no one's fault here that it happens, but when, like, a message gets shown, or when a message gets hidden and I don't get to see it, I have no context for the follow-up, oh, you didn't see my message. And I'm like, this is the first message that you... My chat doesn't move fast enough for me to really lose messages outside of raids. So it's like, it's very disorienting for me when, like, someone's like, oh, you didn't see my last, like in the situation, like, with MT, your, like, sad face was the first thing I saw. I was like, what's up? And you're like, read last message. And I'm like, the only message I had was the sad face. It's not nothing that you did. It's just YouTube doesn't give me the context that there's another message to have been reacted to. Even if YouTube decides that I shouldn't be allowed to allow it, I should at least be able to see it, you know? What's going on, Ash? Welcome to the stream. It's a non-copyright song, though. Gotcha. Yeah, it's so weird that it does that, though. Yeah, but Ash, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? What did you think of the Direct? And also, guys, we passed 20 likes on the stream. Thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate that. We can tell that Bayonetta is running on a newer engine for the third game, but it still feels familiar. It's probably an upgraded version of the older engine, would be my guess. Kind of in the vein of, like, how Doom runs on, like, id Tech, but it's, like, different iterations of id Tech, where it's, like, pull the skeleton along, pull things along to make the rendering look, like, familiar, and then just, like, update it. 20 likes, hype. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Man, like I said, I keep bringing it up, but this new desk is gonna be sick. It's not even really gonna be, like, that big of a deal, but it's gonna be great. There's gonna be so much room for the Jirachi Game Cubes. There's going to be so much room for all this stuff that I need for streams. The camera's going to be able to be in better places. New Lego Star Wars game? I don't know, actually. I don't know on that one. Because it's based off the newer movies, right? Like, I mean, maybe it'll be a good form of the newer stories. I don't know. I'm very neutral on Star Wars as a whole. But I do not like the new trilogy. I don't like the new trilogy. Like, on the whole, it's like, I'll watch Star Wars, but it's not like I'm, like, so big. I didn't watch any kind of spin-offs until, like, The Mandalorian, because, like, I didn't follow Star Wars that heavily. But I played the old Lego Star Wars games, and those are good. My Bat Cave. We're gonna make this into just, like, the ultimate streaming room. My goal is to get most, if not all of it, done by the time BDSP comes out. I have some ideas for things I didn't even think were gonna happen, and then just, like, my landlord said something or gave me something. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can make that work. So I have things. That I'm planning on. All the movies first, last. Ooh. That might be good then. I might get that. Lego games are great. Just so that you can like streams? Yeah. They're pretty much regular videos. and in most aspects, they're regular videos, except for instead of comments, you just have the chat messages for the first, while the stream's happening. Yeah, no, that'd actually be kind of interesting. But speaking of Star Wars stuff, have you guys watched any of Star Wars Visions? That's been really fun to watch. That has been really fun to watch so far. Some of them have been weird and interesting, and honestly just kind of like showed a very generally like normal concept for anime, and how just shown how like strange it is when you pull it out of the context of like the way like a Japanese slice of life, or just a Japanese any kind of like anime like genre can kind of wrap up some really weird concepts and make them seem very normal. It doesn't happen in the Star Wars universe that way. It is very strange. Cool hat, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. I wore it for like all of college. Favorite move and why? I don't know. False swipe is a very comforting move. It's probably a very boring answer, but false swipe is a fantastic move. Just because you can't ruin anything. Watch an old Justice League anime. Yeah, the Star Wars stuff's been really good. It's definitely all over the place. It's an anthology. Like, for anyone who doesn't know, Star Wars Visions is like a new anthology they just released on Disney Plus, where Lucasfilms talked with a whole bunch of anime studios and basically said, hey, we want you to make like a short little, like 15 to 30 minute movie, or like 15 to 30 minute story in the Star Wars universe. It's not canon, so do whatever you want. And honestly, I think it not being canon was a really good decision, because, making it so that like existing characters have interacted with these other weird storylines doesn't make sense. But it's still very cool to see these studios' takes on stuff. Like, I will say, Studio Trigger does 2 of them, and they are both great, and they are both very much Star Wars, but very much break any kind of logical canon, but also very much Trigger. So if you like stuff like Gurren Lagann, there is now Star Wars stuff out there for you, and it is fantastic. So I definitely recommend it. I guess you wouldn't like recoil moves. No, I do not like those. Especially when they're on a Pokemon I have false swiped. Fortunately, Ghost type cancels that out most of the time. Just want to see Baby Yoda and watch the first 6 movies, and haven't seen them in years. You're not watching Star Wars. Fair. But no, I mean, Mandalorian's good. I still need to watch the 2nd season of it. I haven't seen Clone Wars. My friends love it, but I haven't seen it. And then, yeah, Visions has been good to kind of just have on, because it's just very interesting. A lot of it's like been very just like artistic. Other parts of it has just been like taking like the insanity and absurdity that these studios are known for, and have been applying it to a genre built around space operas, which is like amazing just for that sake. Like, I'll admit I'm probably nerding out on this a bit more from the anime side of it than I am from the Star Wars side of it, but I definitely think they're worth a watch if you were able to watch them. But yeah, since you asked me the question, what's your favorite move? Seeing Clone Wars on Cartoon Network, but that was years ago. Yeah, it was just something that didn't catch my eye at the time, because like I said, I've never been more than really neutral to Star Wars, and so it's like, I didn't really feel like watching a random episode here and there of a Star Wars, TV show. We are rapidly approaching Terrakion hitting double odds, guys. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. This is not good. This is bad. The opposite of good. I don't want it to... It doesn't need to make up for Cobalion. Cobalion could have just been its own individually lucky thing. And then we could just have the rest of them be pretty standard around odds Pokemon. Yet here we are. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on, do I have Grookey in my party? I don't actually have eggs! Ahaha! On and off with Star Wars, but don't hate it. Not invested, but you're not invested when you're into Star Wars. They usually give something you'd be happy with. I like to keep it like that. It's just like, yeah. I mean, I think that's what you're saying. Usually, give something you'd be happy with. Yeah, it's like, it's one of those things where I found I enjoy things more in general when I'm more casual about my interest in them. At least for me, this might just be this might be a depressing way to put it, but when you don't get your hopes up, when you don't get your hopes up, they can't be crushed. That's obviously a very like pessimistic way to look at it, I feel, but it's like, generally speaking, like if I just go in going like, I'm happy with what's there now, they can't take that away, then I'm fine, right? It's like with the Direct today, where it's like, I know that Pokemon games are coming out. That's all I really care about. I'm not super big into Smash. I'm not, super big into a lot of these other franchises. The most they could do, and I wasn't expecting it, and they didn't, is like announce a new Mario game. Anything else is extra or something that I don't care about. So it's either, like, the worst a Direct can be for me is neutral, right? Like, I really can't have, like, a bad Direct. The, like, last bad experience I've had in any kind of Pokemon announcement was oh, by the way, the National Dex won't be available. It's like, a general Nintendo Direct that has no reference to Pokemon just generally can't be bad for me. Don't really know how to explain it. It's either... don't know how to explain it either, but it's just there when you're interested. No, yeah, that's totally fair. It's like, you like it, but it's not like you're actively seeking it out all the time and like waiting for that new content to drop. It's just like, oh, I'm into Star Wars, what do they got? I get that. I think that makes total sense. How many eggs are we? Alright, we found 5 eggs, so it's the same situation as before. Oh yeah, so one thing that happened that was very strange to me and was a little bit of annoying, honestly, and it's kind of funny that it happened, just because like when it happened was very interesting. It almost makes me go like, who sold my search history? Or something like that. But so today when I was getting the stream set up, like I was turning off the Direct and starting to get the stream going, my phone started ringing. I started getting a call and it was from Xfinity, which is the company that I get my internet from. And earlier in the day, I had been looking up modems, like just modems to buy, so I could just get rid of my rental fee with them, because I don't like the one that they gave me, just because it does a whole bunch of extra stuff I don't want it to do, and The extra stuff it does isn't just like a neutral benefit, it actually causes issues with other things. Like, I tried running a Minecraft server for Mel and I to play on, and because Mel's in Japan right now, and she was trying to come into my network to talk to my computer, that box blocked it without telling me, like these YouTube messages that get annoying. You can see a pattern. Generally, I don't like when technology goes, oh, I know what to do here, and doesn't tell me. But it would just like block it, and it wouldn't tell me that's what it did. So I think like the settings were wrong on the server, or like on her end or something. We were just trying to diagnose that, and then she was like, oh yeah, restart the router so it forgets that it blocked that and see if it works. And it did. So that was a situation. And and so I was like, all right, you know, I've been looking into that for a bit, and I decided yesterday, like, you know what, let's see how much they would be where I would buy them. They're a little bit pricey, so I didn't do it. But so I was looking at modems, and I was gonna like just return my rental to Comcast so I could cancel like the $25 a month of rental costs on this thing I dislike having. And so then I started setting up for the stream, and I get this call, and it was marked as like coming from Xfinity. I was like, why would they be calling me? And then it had like a tagline under it of like, we have great new deals for you. And like, that was the weirdest thing to see in a caller ID, was like getting a call. We have deals. It's like, that's not, like, no. So yeah, that was a little bit weird. It was like, did like Google tell them I'm looking at this? Like, do they want to be like, hey, what can we do to keep you from getting rid of this thing? Or like, well, I don't know what was going to happen with that. I don't even, like, that line in caller ID has to have been like random, right? Like, it couldn't have been like the purpose for the call. Do you hear that the Jedi Girl was bad and some other movie was bad too? Kind of scared to play it on the Lego game. Oh. I mean, there were some decent there were some decent possibilities with the new movies, and then they just got squandered. One of the biggest problems, honestly, was the fact that they took a Marvel approach to a movie that shouldn't have been a Marvel approach. Or to a trilogy that shouldn't have been a Marvel approach. In the sense that they gave different writers and directors the movies, when a Star Wars thing like that should really be held in one creative mind, in my opinion, or one like group of creatives, just to keep everything consistent. And they just didn't do that. And so you had like JJ write one movie that was impossible to like, that basically like left Johnson in a situation where he's like, well, like, what do I do now? This movie is an hour and a half of like something that seems like you should be able to build off of, but when you look back on it, there's nothing to build off of. And so he just kind of did his own thing, and Rian Johnson either does phenomenally or does terribly. There's no in between with that man. Literally, is for Breaking Bad, wrote the best performing episode, like the best episode of the show and the worst episode of the show. And then he made like Knives Out after making Last Jedi, and it's like, the man has no consistency, but when he does when he does well, he knocks it out of the park. And then JJ came back for the final one, and it's like, well, they didn't set anything up in a way. And so yeah, it's like, yeah, so the new Star Wars movies had no direction, and there were so many things that was, I'm not a movie critic, but even sitting in the theater, I was like, in half a second, I thought of something better that would have been more meaningful here. And like, clearly you guys thought about this and chose this for the wrong reason, kind of thing. Except for new Pokemon game 2 and Splatoon. Yes! I'm so looking forward to the new Pokemon stuff, and Splatoon 3 should be fun. Got Splatoon, Bayonetta, Mario Party, Oxenfree 2 Horizon, Forbidden West, and a couple other coming up next year. Gonna be a great year. Heck yeah. And I'm looking forward to Pokemon. BDSP is gonna be one heck of a good time, I think. Yeah, BDSP is going to be great. I think Legends looks very promising, so I'm very, very excited and looking forward to Legends. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and I think it's just gonna be a good year for a lot of video game stuff. I think there was a lot of just issues in general because of the pandemic that kind of pushed things into things that should have come out in 2020 got like shrunk and pushed into 2021, and then 2021 stuff like is finally able to actually like get traction and come out in 2022. And it's like, I think there's just everything got affected when the world shut down, and I think we're finally kind of recovering from that, and I think next year is going to be a great year with games. I'm very excited about it all. Alright, collect 1 egg. Just double check that none of those were shiny. Oh yeah, another fun thing that happened today is Adele got to go outside for the first time. I bought her a little harness and leash. She can't go outside on her own because 1, she is an indoor cat, and 2, this is not cat friendly area. There's a lot of wildlife that would make her a snack, so she's not allowed outside on her own because I don't want her outside and because nature doesn't want her outside either. But she got to go outside today. Yeah, I got her a little harness thing. She was very okay with me putting it on just because it's Adele and she's always super chill about that kind of thing. But then she did the thing that apparently is pretty normal for cats to do, where she just fell over. I guess apparently I had to look it up because I was like, what is she doing? Is she okay? Like, is this too tight? Is it like hurting her or something? It's like, no, this is just cat instinct. Apparently when like you put something on a cat, like a harness or like clothes or outfits or pajamas or anything on a cat, they will just fall over at first. That is their first kind of instinct, is I am being attacked or I have been captured. Don't waste my energy now. Just fall over. Go limp. Let them carry me wherever and just be dead weight so they let me go because they think I'm dead or something like that. That's like, I guess, their logic behind it. Like their like instinct and the logic behind their instinct. So she was totally fine with me putting on, but immediately she's like, what is this? And just plopped over on the tile in the kitchen and just laid there. I was like shaking my bowl at her to be like, you can move. You can move over here and come to this. She wasn't having it. But I hooked up the little leash and picked her up and set her down in the grass outside, and she immediately stood up and was like, what is this? I gotta go around and smell all the stuff. Should have a small Procreate drawing coming out. Yeah! It's a small drawing tutorial on Rowlet. Yes! Perfect. Beautiful. So kitty snack, where? Kitty snack. My cat doesn't need any snacks. She already gets enough food. She'll tell you otherwise. Is Adele a Kit Kat? She is indeed a Kit Kat bar. What is my favorite shiny? My favorite shiny is Milotic. Milotic's always been one of my favorite Pokemon, and that shiny color scheme is just perfect. Favorite Pokemon overall is Rowlet, but Milotic's shiny just like goes up one notch above it. What's your favorite shiny? I'm always interested in what other people's favorite shinies are. Yeah, so definitely Milotic. We haven't hunted one on stream. There's a possibility of going for that at some point, but we have to find a good place to go for it. A good thing to hunt it in. Maybe BDSP will have some kind of hunting method for it. That'd be fun. Yo, welcome back, Vanillix. Favorite Pokemon before Gen 7? Good way to get rid of Rowlet from my list. Routes. Rowlts. Ralts. Ralts was my favorite Pokemon from like Gen 3 until Gen 7. That's Rantrum? Nice! So least favorite Pokemon? Is it Jinx or is that your favorite? I feel like you always ask me these back to back, or like you ask me one and I'm like, oh, it's this, and I'm wrong, and then like you ask me the other one, I'm like, oh, well, that answer was wrong. Is it Jinx or do you like Jinx? I forget. Jinx is your favorite. Okay, okay, I had that backwards. If you say it, I'm gonna instantly go, oh yeah, to cover my butt. I know you've mentioned it before. Favorite is Quillfish or Shuckle. Nice. I can't remember it, Juan. Gen 3 Pokemon. Is it Gardevoir? And we got in like a dispute and argument over this, and I can't remember it because, like, why would anyone not like Gardevoir? Is that what it is? I feel like that might be what the situation is. I gotta hop off the bike and get back on it because it's doing that weird thing. Pelipper. It is Pelipper, yes. See, it's like you say it and I'm like, I know it's been mentioned. I would never have guessed that. Because Pelipper is a Pokemon that like exists. It exists. And to me it is such like a just, yeah, that's a Pokemon. That's the thing with a lot of Gen 3 Pokemon, is if they're not like top tier Pokemon for me, Gen 3 Pokemon are either like top tier nostalgia Pokemon for me, or they're just like, that's what a Pokemon is, so I don't even think about them. And that's the case here. Gardevoir is your favorite shiny Pokemon. Okay, because when you said Gen 3, I was like, Gardevoir has come out of Juan's mouth before related to stuff. But what was it specifically? Valorant game ended in a forfeit. Oh no! Pelipper is just a water jug. A self-transporting water jug. $23 like hype though? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So many likes on the stream. It'd be awesome if we get to 25. It'd be crazy if we get to 30. If we get to 30 and double our normal like goal, that would be insane. So let everyone you know who would be interested in these kind of streams know they're happening. The more people, the better with these streams for sure. Especially at this size, you know. 30 would be like a Puffin stream. 30 would be awesome. We can shoot for the stars. We did it with our summer sub goal. Doesn't mean we'll make it to the stars, like with the summer sub goal. But we can shoot for it. I finally figured, I don't know if you guys could hear that. I gotta get something that goes in front of the windows to hopefully keep a little bit of the road noise down if you guys are hearing it. Or at least because I'm hearing it. And once we spin the setup around, it might be a little bit more audible. Get something to kind of deaden noise from the outside. Because I realized today that part of the reason why sometimes the like cars driving by are really loud is one of them's not a car. It's just like an ATV that someone's flying up and down the road on. We did get raided by Puffin. This is true. This is true. Like, With the Puffin raid, we should have Puffin numbers, right? Pelipper has a cut between his eyes and his mouth. And his mouth is his stomach, and it's now a somewhat competitive Pokemon. Is that what upsets you? Is that it's relevant again? It has Drizzle and makes it a good rain setter, and that's why it's good competitively now. Probably get your DS to go for Rockruff. You're about 100 eggs in. Nice. Do it, dude. Do it. Honestly, I don't know how fast Valorant queuing is, but like, just do it between like queues. That's with my like national dex completion in Gen 6. I've just been working on it during like between split gate matches. I finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine yesterday, Nat, and now your set it ended, but you're also happy. Don't say what happened. My friends and I are catching up on it quickly. We didn't realize it was ending. We just started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine like a month ago, I guess, maybe? And we're on season 6? I think at this point it's season 6, so I think we have like 2 seasons left. Now queues are like 20 to 180 seconds. You can get some spins in for eggs. That's not bad queue times though. But yeah, like for me, I would just like between split gate matches, which are generally about the same kind of deal, where it's like usually you're queuing again within a minute or two. I would just like fly to an area, try to find something, throw a couple Pokeballs, do whatever I'm doing, and then just like as soon as the match starts, like slap the lid shut on the DS and go from there. This is the comp queue times. Spike Rush is like instant to 20 seconds. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit harder if like 20 seconds is the max. Excuse me. I always feel the need to double check on these. Jake is in the last season. Whoa, 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 whoa now. Come on, man. Yeah, it's been interesting seeing how the show's changed over time, even just up to season 6. I am aware that some bigger changes do happen as far as like who's there. But I know for me it's in some instances felt a little weird just from the fact that just because of the fact that like I'm watching it so fast. Like if the amount that I had watched had happened over a course of 5 years or 6 years instead of 5 weeks, I think it would be a little bit different. Because there have definitely been some moments where it's like, this just feels a little bit different. Because I watched season 1 so recently, and that's so much like the chemistry I have for it. Spoiler, Amy is also in the last season. You're eventually going to spoil who all's there, and I'll know who's not. Gotta watch the last season soon. Every episode hits the spot. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean we'll probably get through a few more episodes today. Depending on what they're up to and when I finish streaming. Probably get through a few more episodes today and then probably knock out a good number over the weekend. I would assume by like Tuesday or Wednesday next week we'll be on to season 7. At least that'd be my guess. We'll see from there. I think it should all be on Hulu, right? Like even the newest season should be. Just because I know it's like an NBC show, so like NBC owning part of Hulu should mean that like it should all end up on there, I think, right? I just want to say a big thank you to everyone again who has been here for the stream. It means a lot to have you here and talking in chat and stuff, as well as thank you to everyone who's left a like. It's the most likes we've had on a stream in a while, and I really, really appreciate it. Big thank you to all the new subs. We had a good number of subs come through today during that Puffin raid, as well as to Amarmu MC for the super chat. I really, really appreciate that kind of stuff. It helps out a lot. I've been talking recently about how all the super chat money going to the streams right now, unless specified for something else, is just going towards helping with the stream setup, with getting everything, with getting this new stream room prepared. Funding stuff like the new desk, like lights, like sound panels, potentially new equipment, all that good stuff. So I really, really do appreciate that kind of stuff. It's everywhere, even on YouTube, every episode of Season 8. Really? That's interesting. Interesting that it would be on YouTube. I guess maybe not interesting that it would be on YouTube. It'd be interesting if it's on YouTube and like NBC's okay with it being there. That should be the specifics of that. And I'm just gonna move one egg over. Just gonna pull that batch. At some point, I will just need to hatch these rows of eggs, those columns of eggs. Would have been on stream sooner if it wasn't for the direct. Hey, that's all good, man. That's all good. I know the direct is happening, and a lot of people were streaming that kind of stuff. Totally, totally get it. The direct is definitely worthwhile to watch, so I don't blame you at all there. I say this obviously right after I itch my nose. My nose hasn't been as itchy the past couple days. It's nice. Hopefully this trend can kind of keep up, because honestly, like, my nose itching is part of what eventually makes streams end sometimes. It's just like, I was like, I can't handle it. It's too much. Really, I should just put my water like right here. Just put it in front of me so I can have easier access to it instead of like reaching under my microphone to grab it. Just finished another Val game. Just needed to finish a quest for XP. Nice. Yeah, I've just been logging into Splitgate the past few days to like continue to keep my daily play streak up as well as to just do daily tasks. That's all I've been using it for. That's all I've been doing in it really the past couple days. So I feel that. And Justin R, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good day. Probably actually move on the bike to hatch another egg. 6 away from 30 likes, and even closer of a goal, 1 like away from 25 likes on the stream today. Incredible, guys. I really, really appreciate it. I can't say thank you enough for that kind of thing. Means a lot. It helps out a lot with the stream, for sure. So I definitely appreciate it. Grab your DS real quick. Alright, man. Alright. Gonna do some rock rough eggs. Get in a box of eggs or something. Yeah, man. Yeah. Just little bits of progress here and there to add up. Should be, yeah, that's the last of it. Cool. Yeah, I was gonna go through these 3 columns. Yeah, just going through these boxes will be good, or going through these 3 columns will be good, because there could just be a shiny sitting in these eggs that we just haven't hatched for the past like 30 minutes, or really the entire stream. I feel like we had this whole PC and we only ever dealt with like the right half of it, so we haven't done anything with the left half of these eggs. I feel like it's important to do all of them at some point, because otherwise you end up in a situation like I did with my initial Masuda hunt I did, my Rowlet, way back in the day, where I had so many eggs. I was getting so many extra eggs, and I didn't really think about just like not collecting any new ones before anything hatched. And then I finally hatched my 3rd Rowlet after so long, and then turns out I had like 5 other shiny Rowlet eggs just like in the pile of eggs because it's been so long. And yo, what's going on, Shy? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Someone help you evolve your Spitzy in Gen 6? There might be someone here who can help with that. If not here, hopefully over in Discord someone will be able to help in the like trading and stuff channel. Possibly. Yeah, how's it going, Shy? How you doing? What were your thoughts on the direct today, man? Won't steal wallet. Sure, bud. Sure. Have 140 eggs so far, working on 145. Oh, as far as like ones hatched? Nice. That's some good progress. 25 like hype. Yeah, boy. Heck yeah. Thank you guys so much for the likes. It means a lot. This is the most we've had on a stream in a while. Didn't watch it because I chose the worst time to do it while you're at marching band practice. RIP, dude. RIP. There was some interesting stuff. I wouldn't say it was a super hype direct. In general, I imagine you might be aware that the Smash character everyone was thinking about was not revealed. That's getting its own announcement on the 5th. So that'll be a separate thing. Don't worry, you didn't miss that if you were looking forward to that. Yeah, so Smash is getting its own specific direct on the 5th. Or not direct, but just like Sakurai Presents kind of deal going on the 5th. Animal Crossing's getting its own direct. And then there's just a lot of small announcements. Mario Movie got its cast confirmed. All I know is N64 confirmed. Yeah, that I have mixed feelings about. So Nintendo Switch Online is getting a second tier, basically like a premium tier. That new premium tier will get Virtual Console for N64 and Sega Genesis, which is really interesting. Like, it makes sense, you know. It makes sense to add N64. It doesn't really make sense immediately to have Sega, but it also kind of does make a little bit of sense to kind of be like, hey, Sega, here you go. We know you don't have a successful video game platform anymore, but we'll release your games for you, buddy. But it being on its own, like, separate price tier, where it's like a separate add-on part of the service, is a little bit unfortunate. Got to pay more for N64. Yeah, like, that's what I don't like about it, is that it's like you're paying for Nintendo Switch Online, and like part of the reason why it was justifiable is that it was coming with all the Virtual Console games. But now you got to pay more for other Virtual Console games. It's like, but why? But yeah, so you got to pay more for N64. We don't have a solid price yet, and we don't have a solid release date yet, I don't think. I don't remember either of those being announced. Hey, welcome back, Sudden. How's it going, man? To join Waluigi or something that ties in with a new game releasing. So, my friends and I were kind of speculating on this, largely because there are a couple of my friends who are really interested in Smash, but largely most of us aren't. So we just talk with them, and in general we just talk amongst ourselves, kind of like joking about what it could be. One was joking that the biggest move they could make would just be announcing like an Among Us crewmate, like Among Us imposter, as like the character. But it is like the final character. It is the last announcement for Smash Ultimate. So like, it's gonna be a big deal character, however they go about it. My desire at this point is for it to be Spyro the Dragon, for no other reason than Sakurai can spend the entire initial beginning of his presentation wearing purple and yellow, and with all the like signs that it's gonna be Waluigi everywhere in terms of the coloring, and then it be Spyro and him not have lied, but make the entire community flip out. That is my hope. It's not going to happen, but that is my hope. But yeah, it's probably going to be a pretty big character announcement. I doubt it's going to be anything memey. Granted, at the same time, Byleth came in and was the last of the last Fighter Pass, but like also was fairly underwhelming to everyone as far as like their expectations with what they would be getting. So I don't know. You want Gex for Smash? Good choice. Watch it be Waluigi. Again, I don't think it'll be Waluigi because Waluigi's already in there as a support trophy, but like, and I really think it would, I honestly think it would set a really bad precedent for them to like cave with how toxic a lot of people were in regards to the Waluigi stuff, as far as like threats and just in general temper tantrums online because Waluigi wasn't announced for Smash. Wah. You know, like, wah. But like, babies crying, wah, not Waluigi, wah. It's hard to separate and distinguish, but like, to me it's just like, I feel like they shouldn't. Even if that was like the plan in some way, I don't think they should. Watch me Paper Mario. Paper Mario could work. It'd be very interesting, but like Paper Mario could work. They've done 2D characters on the screen before, and Paper Mario has like established moves. Sephiroth came out like a year ago. Yeah. Either gonna name your shiny Lapis or Kyanite or Kyanite, depending on gender. Nice, those are cool names. Want me as a Smash character? Probably one of the streamers with the least interest in Smash becomes part of Smash before any other streamer. I can dig it. I can dig it. Paper Mario or Cardboard Bowser would be good. It'd be interesting. There we go. Gamer's already on top of things. Got the crabs in chat. There we go. There we go. I see more crabs coming in. Guys, fill the chat with crabs. Just make it a wall of crabs. It's crab rave time, guys. It is crab rave time in chat. Let's get that crab rave going. Confused? How are you confused? There's no music? There should be music. Can you hear me? Like, there has to be music because Gamers was on that before like anything even started. Like before I even mentioned it. Hear me, then how don't you hear the music? What? What? Is the music just quiet? The music might just be quiet. Yeah, there's music. Okay. Is it like super quiet or something? You hear crab reef? Okay, yeah. I was concerned there'd be a chance your shiny wouldn't evolve into special Icon Rock, but all of your rock ruffs have special ability. Yeah, so they should evolve rack ruffs. All them rack ruffs. Normal music usual? Alright. Wonder why you can't hear them, Shy. That's weird. You're back. Does anyone have a hidden ability Anorith? I don't have a hidden ability one. Unfortunately. Alright, and Crab Rave has come to an end. Sudden death with so many crabs in chat. So much raving. Crabby spam is over as the rave has ended. Springfield, Wisconsin. But which one? Why are there so many? Bringing this back from Tuesday. Why are there so many? Who would let that happen? Are they all just one town that like split at some point? Like they just couldn't decide on, they couldn't like share, so they just broke the town in half or something? Like, is that what happened? And then they did it 5 times? Or how do you end up with 5 cities with the same name in the same state? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Vanillix with the delayed crab. Never answered your question. How is Adele and why is she so cute? I didn't know you asked that. She's doing really well. I think I mentioned earlier in the stream. I don't know if you were here for it. For one, I ordered the costume. I ordered the costumes. Fingers crossed hers gets here in time. The Pikachu costume, Pikachu cat costume, is arriving somewhere between like mid-October and November 1st. Which would be a day late if it showed up then. So I don't know. Hopefully it shows up on time. I would like to think that is just a number, like a date they give themselves to like kind of be like, hey, excuse me, to be like, hey, you know, we might goof up and it might not show up in time, but like, we just want to put a date out there so like you can't be too upset if we miss like the obvious reason you're getting this. She's doing really well. I got her a little like cat harness and leash, so she's able to go outside now when I go outside with her. Previously, she had been fully an indoor cat, just because we were in an apartment, and I don't really want her being a normal outdoor cat because, one, I don't want her doing that. I think it's a little bit irresponsible to have a cat that's just an outdoor cat. If they haven't already been like that, it would just be irresponsible of me to just like be like, you can go outside now, and just like let her go if she hasn't done that for like all of her life up until now. Especially in an area like where I am, where there's a lot of predators that can actually like that will see her as food. So she really shouldn't be allowed to just roam freely on her own. Because I would like her to be able to come back. So I got her a little harness and leash, and she got to go walk around outside for the first time today, and she was very happy with that. A catio. That's great. Right now what I do is when I'm out in like the living area, I just open the doors and leave the screen door shut. So she can like hear all the sounds and like look out through like a big window and stuff. And she's been enjoying that. What I need to get her is something that, you know, kind of gives her a little bit of a perch on one of the windows so she can sit up there more comfortably. Because right now I think the one window she can kind of sit at semi-comfortably is one where she's sitting on the back of the couch and she's looking out at the cars. She's not really looking out at like the woods or anything like that, or like the bird feeder area or anything like that. She's just looking at like cars and road. So it's not the most fun window for her. I wouldn't imagine. I'd imagine she'd much rather have one of the other windows. But yeah, she enjoyed that. She did not like the harness at first. Like she's never been a cat to like freak out and fight you over doing anything to her. But she did a thing that I did learn after looking up because I was worried that she was doing it because something was horribly wrong. Where like I put the harness on her and she just fell over. She immediately just fell over. I was concerned that like the harness was scruffing her or something. But it turns out, if cats don't know what the sensation they're feeling is, they will just fall over because they think they might be getting, like, taken away by something that wants to eat them, so they just kind of play dead. So she did that, and she really wouldn't move for anything until I just picked her up, put the leash on her, and put her in the grass, and she's like, what's this? And started running around. I don't know why I increased the counter there. Let's finish your box of eggs. Nice! Why are you mad? There's so many same-name cities, you got it, but think about how many streets that are named MLK Street, Drive, Parker Avenue. Okay, but like if they're in different, if they're streets in different cities, it's fine, right? Like as long as that address can be different. Like when you get down to the specifics of a road, you can't be upset that there's like a main street in like every other city, right? Like there's gonna be a main street or like a second street or something like that. Like it's gonna happen. But like, but that means, but at the same time, like it's like, you know, Center Street or like Main Street in big city A, and then you go over to Main Street in big city B, and it's like, okay, well, that's a specific thing. Like, the road is specific, you should want to know the city too, or you're in the city and you can assume. But like, when you're just going down to cities, there's no distinction looking up, right? Like, if you're in Springfield, Wisconsin, you could be in 4 different places. So tired, didn't even know if you go to your aunt's this weekend. She just has a lot of work to do, and you don't want to be in the way. And then there's your mean aunt and cousin coming, so I don't even know. No, yeah, I don't know, man. I feel that. You got Rockruff, yo! You got the shiny Rockruff, awesome, dude. Any good tower defense games on 3DS? I don't know. Ian, ask Ian a question. Which Ian asks which Ian? This is an important question here. Want to do some theme teams in Gen 8 when it's doubles and it's based off tag teams? Garchomp and Giratina, Mimikyu and Gengar, Sylveon and Gardevoir. So like the double teams on the team like would be the ones that are themed. 5 Springfield, Wisconsin's. Even worse! A big ghost weakness, but it's a good team. Oh, for Shy's team. Bloons Tower Defense on 3DS. Yo, I didn't know that. Why is there so many Springfields in Wisconsin? Your guess is as good as mine, man. Your guess is as good as mine. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. We need someone from Springfield, Wisconsin, any of them, to explain where this happened. I want to know. I want to know if these Springfield, Wisconsins have like fights, right? Where they have like super petty little like fights over who was the first Springfield, Wisconsin, or like who's the correct Springfield, Wisconsin. Like if you were to ask them, would they have opinions on which one of those cities should actually be named Springfield, and if the other 4 should change their name? Are you safe living in a state with a Springfield? I mean, if as a streamer you had to choose a place where you could just confidently say, my city's name is Springfield, like that would be you'd be pretty safe still. It'd be pretty hard to figure that out. Like you'd narrow it down enough that people would probably be able to dig through yearbooks and find you, but like, you'd be pretty safe. No run now, what? Oh, you're not safe living in a state with a Springfield. Okay. Narrow it down to 34 to 70 places, right? Granted, that's pretty narrow. That's pretty narrow, like, in terms of, like, saying you live in, like, a city in the U.S. Like, that's a lot of places, you know, compared to 70. Phase for another Chubby Cheeks. What'd you find in the phase, man? What'd you find in the phase? Okay, message after you got Rockruff. Oh, you have 100. Oh. I get you. I get you, funny man. I know your tricks now. Pretty sure Hawaii and Alaska don't have Springfields. Well, there you go. You can eliminate those 2 states. And hopefully we can get a shiny today. Oh, you found the Squabble while hunting for Nickit. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I thought you were going for a second Squabble and like phase when trying to find that. Okay. But if Hawaii and Alaska don't have Springfields, we'll just have to change that. We'll have to make him have one. Shiny Grookey, let's find one. Gonna go in Valiant. Alright, see you later, gamers. Best of luck in your Valorant round. Hunting Groudon and Oras? Good luck. This mutant stream, alright. Yo, we're almost at 100 views on the stream, guys. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate that very, very much. You know, it's hitting 25 likes is awesome. Almost hitting 100 views on the stream. And again, all the new subs, all the likes, and all the chatting. I really do appreciate it, guys. It means a lot. Think Groudon's shiny luck in the West. That hence the way I said good luck. Find a shiny Terrakion, name it Terrakion. I like it. Break it down. Shiny lock. If it was shiny locked, it'd be locked as a shiny, meaning each encounter was shiny. He's got a point. He's got a point, you know. Can't beat that logic. Yo, Horsey Raid, what's going on? Welcome, Raiders. Goldie, Shadow Gamer, welcome to the stream, guys. Raid hype in chat, everyone. Random person, Sourisa, Sylvia Century, welcome to the stream, guys. Raiders, welcome. Welcome, everyone. How was the stream? Hope you guys are having a good day. How's it good? How's it going? Back from Scouts. Welcome back. Dad Black Cat, Khalil, Horsey Games. Thank you for the raid, my friend. How was your stream today? How are you doing? Let me grab your link real quick, actually. I don't have Nightbot commands set up. Everyone else has the fancy Nightbot commands, and I do not. So I gotta find the link here. Where it be? Where it be? But yo, Horsey, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you are having a good day. Hope your stream went well. Alright, there we go. We got the link. But yo, thank you for the raid. Miranda Decker, welcome as well. Guys, from my stream, if you don't know who Horsey is, go check them out. They're another awesome shiny hunting streamer. Here's their link in chat. Definitely go check them out. Pretty good. You got your shiny Morpeko at 665 eggs. Yo, congrats on that. That's awesome. Raid hype. Yeah, seriously, thank you for the raid, man. And everyone, welcome to the stream. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mindless Enigma. I am another shiny hunting streamer. Stream everything I possibly can in terms of shiny hunting. Everything all the way down to like Game Boy hunts, all the way up to hunts in the newest games. One of the big hunts we've been doing recently is a Wishmaker Jirachi hunt like Shining Blue did. That's been one that we've been working on and off, as well as these hunts in Sword and Shield. Still been working through my Legends and Yusum. Pretty much any kind of shiny hunt that you can think of, I'm totally down to do on the streams. I want to do pretty much everything. Is capsule rule here? Just keep it like reasonable. I think like it's not like it's like instantly blocked or banned or anything, but in general, keep it reasonable. Not like every mess or anything. Hashtag Horsey, so close to the perfect number. Just one off. Hey now, Juan. Hey now. The most disliked video on the channel. No. That's not what we're going for. We don't go for that. This hunted Terrakion on Yusum recently. It got it around 3,200. Wish you luck for that. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully we can find it soon. I think this is just a little bit of my luck evening out after we found Cobalion in 21 encounters. So if this one goes double odds, I guess I can't really be upset. Are you still here? You are still here, that Black Cat. You are still here. At least I think so. Otherwise, you're just typing somewhere else. But yeah, welcome, Raiders. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Glad to have you here. Apparently, Caps is in a rule. Didn't hear you. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Oh, you're heading out? Alright, see you later, that Black Cat. See you later. Glad to have had you here. Hope you have a good rest of your day. No, you're just joking. I know. You're the chat clown, Juan. Got Cobalion in 9+10 encounters, right? Right, man. But yeah, Goldie, how are you doing? How was Scouts? So I saw you post that you wouldn't be here because of all that, but I guess you said it ended, and I hope you had a good time. Hopefully we can find one of these shinies today. It feels like it's been a bit of a drought, but I think it's just because I had to take last weekend off for moving. So like it just added some time that I wasn't getting any hunts in or any encounters in. I'd say that you like the joke too much. What's my weakness? I'm too funny. That's my biggest weakness. I made tie-dye pillowcases for charity. Oh, that's super cool. That's awesome. That's really cool. Alright, let's just move this egg down so we can move them all in easier. More easily. And then release the Grookies. Probably end up doing Cabalion soon since you're running out of legends to hunt and use some. Fair. I've been going through them all in dex order. That's kind of been my way of organizing it. Just like start in Gen 1 and work my way up. So it's always a good way for everyone to be able to figure out where I am. Is like everything before this I have done. Everything after this I have not. So like I have Virizion and then every other. Then I'll be done with the Swords of Justice, and then from there it'll be from there it'll just be the rest of the Gen 5 legends, and then the few Gen 6 legends you can hunt in this game. Rocket League music, heck yeah! Now, all the monsters got Rocket League music is so great. Here for Glide. Yeah, chat loves Glide, and I can't blame them. I can't blame you guys. Glide is top notch. It's got so many different, like, it's all consistent and stays in one song. Like, it all makes sense to be in one song, but it's got so many different, like, sounds to it. Like, different sections just, they all work as one song, but they all feel like different songs, and it's great. Because they all just blend together so well. So we're getting close to 900 Grookies, guys. The craziness. Hello Raiders, today we are not shiny hunting. Then what are we doing, Vanillix? What is the point of doing anything if it's not shiny hunting? Gotta head out. Yeah, see you later, Horsey. Thank you so much for the raid, man. I really, really appreciate it. And congrats on your shiny as well, man. That's awesome that you found that Morpeko in 600. So hope to see you again soon. Hopefully I can tune in one of your streams soon. And yeah, have a good rest of your night. Yo, shiny Terrakion is what you would say if you saw it on stream. Good practice, good practice. Also, thank you everyone for the likes on the stream. We're almost to 30 likes, which would be incredible if we could get there. As well as, again, thank you to all the new subs on the stream. I really, really appreciate it. It helps out a lot. Actually, just staring at the screen, yeah. This isn't live footage. This is all fake. I'm just practicing miming for once I steal everyone's shiny footage in BDSP, so I can just like stitch it all together in a stream and act like I found out these shinies super quickly. Yeah, so none of this is real. All these arm motions. There's no controllers. There's no 3DSs. I'm just sitting in front of one screen with like some cue cards about when I should move. Pre-recording streams. Hey man, you gotta practice the perfect reactions, right? Like, you gotta make good highlight videos. It's part of the grind. Yeah, I'm predicting chat right now. I don't see any of this. I recorded this 3 days ago. Yeah, I said I was at the racetrack. No, I was doing this. Now I'm at the racetrack. $20-ish non-live video feed. Predicted the direct. You never know. Maybe my uncle works at. My uncle is Nintendo, guys. Come on. My uncle is Nintendo. I already knew what was going to be in the direct. I already know who the new Smash character is going to be. I'm recording that video tomorrow, and then I'll post that on the 5th. Should do Masuda for Square Shiny Squirtle whenever you give it the chance? I say go for it if you want to. I won't tell you what to do or not to do, but I definitely think if you want to do it, you should do it. He is Nintendo. Yeah, he's Mr. Nintendo. That's actually been my last name this whole time. Ian Nintendo. His favorite starter? Yeah, then go for it, man. Nick, it's giving you mad problems, even though you just phased. It's been 1k encounters with nothing. Dang. Yeah, the KO method's really weird in terms of its odds. I didn't know we were cousins. Your uncle's Nintendo too. Yo, we should see each other at some like family party then. Can't wait to see pre-recording and say, "Ha, I already knew this character was coming. My uncle told me." This is why I'll be the character. We were joking about that earlier, but it's really what's going to happen. I was like, "Hey, Uncle Nintendo, could you pretty please add me to this game?" And he was like, "Sure." Ian joins the hunt. Yo. Yes. I can dig it. I'm gonna play Bayonetta 2 after this. Gotta get hyped up for Bayonetta 3 now. I should try a Bayonetta game. I don't know if I would like it though. I don't know if I would like it. I think I've talked about this before. Bayonetta is one of those games that I would absolutely buy and then go like play for a few minutes and go, oh yeah, this isn't the kind of gameplay I really like, and then just never play it again. That's kind of my concern with it, is what I feel like what would happen. I met Sakurai. Sakurai met me. Come on, man. Get your facts straight here. He was honored to meet me. Ride or die, always. Alright guys, 2 more patches of eggs and we will pass the 900 mark on Grookey. Craziness! Craziness. And guys, we're so close to that 30 like mark on the stream. If you know anyone who would like the stream, let them know about it. Get them in here, get them to like it. Is the one telling me this? How am I supposed to know? I think it should be pretty obvious who's the more famous of the two. There's only 5 names for a shiny squirrel in the world. Each of them based off a turtle you've seen. Fun fact. Might play the intro tutorial and laugh and go, what? Why? And then just stop. Honestly, yeah, that could happen. There are plenty of games that I've played like the first 30 minutes of and haven't played again. Because like the box art actually sold me on it, and then I would play it, and then I have a strong enough backup game in the form of shiny hunting. Obviously Ian's the famous person here. Exactly. Exactly. One thing that just came to my mind, thinking, it's like a hypothetical, is maybe this already is the case and I just never have the chat open so I don't see, but I don't think the Nintendo account has like monetization turned on its streams, and I don't think it has like memberships and super chats enabled. How much extra money do you think Nintendo could make if they just like let super chats play on their stream? How much extra money do you think they'd make off super chats and memberships if they let those happen on the stream? I feel like there's a lot of people who would like just pay to be a member, like just for the heck of it. Like that's like an insane, like obviously to them, like I guess hypothetically even like a $500 super chat's like worth nothing, but like you got hundreds of thousands of people in that stream. Oh, I see your message, Vanilla. I mean, maybe it's they'd rather, like, to them, the money they'd make off of it is not worth potentially having a highlighted message they don't approve of fly past on their stream. That might be the case. And honestly, fair. I understand that. Want to play more Rumble World, but you only get like one free run, and then you get to pay $10 to $20 to finish the game? Nah. Is it the mobile game? Like the mobile like match 3 game for Pokemon? If it is, the trick to that is to force close the app when you know you're gonna lose. You don't lose your life and you get to play again. Surprised they at least don't have a blacklist. It is very hard to have a blacklist for that kind of problem. My blacklist, which I haven't had to add anything to outside of like, there was one person I added because their name was offensive and they were also they used a very derogatory term for one of my other streamer friends, and I was like, nah, not having that. They were gone immediately. That's the only person that's been added to that blacklist since like 2017, back when like the streams were really big. But I have like 7 accounts with the same name banned. It's easy to blacklist an account if you have someone watching for it in chat and your chat's moving slow enough to do so. That's not the case with the direct chat. It's absolutely not the case with direct chat, and like nothing stopping someone from setting up 20 accounts that look different, just continuously letting them fly through. I remember, and like the thing is, like, even if Nintendo is doing something about it, it's really hard to convey that we know we are doing something about it. It's just they're able to move faster because they're on the offensive here, right? Because I had struggles conveying that to my chat. At one point, there was one person who had like 20 accounts with the same name, and for like 2 streams straight, they just constantly kept like sending it, like constantly saying stuff that was like just like obscured enough. Like in terms of like putting spaces or dashes or other things in there that like made it so that it just went through without any issues, like according to YouTube, and showed up in chat, and people were like, Ian, you just need to ban this person. I'm like, I have, like, this is like account number 5 for this person. Like, don't trust me, I've banned them. Like, and Nintendo's got to be dealing with that. Like, that's definitely happening. I mean, you've just got the accounts that are like bad names and all that stuff. On YouTube, you can blacklist words. Yeah, but computers are very literal and humans are very creative. It's like there's a story of like the banana bot on Twitch, where like someone just made a little robot that read Twitch chat back out to you, and like in the process just like wiggled a banana around on a stick, right? Like that was the entirety of the chat. And he came back one day to being banned because someone came in, or like some big channel raided, and people started memeing and making the bot say slurs because the bot wasn't set up for that. It was set up for a few friends to make it say silly things online. And it started this like arms race of this guy who was a software developer and understood how to make blacklists for his bot, constantly having to update it. He basically took like the straight up text thing that, like, you know, the 3DS uses, you can find in system files of the 3DS, of like banned words, and don't let it read anything that's on this list. And they do that, and then they find like you'll see a lot of usernames now that are just like names that if you read the name together says a bad word, but it doesn't look like a bad word at first. And so he started doing phonetic blacklisting, and it was this crazy thing until eventually the bot was just not functional because it was so overly strict. Can you blacklist the word Pelipper? It's your own stream. You can do whatever you want. But yes, that was a whole thing. I remember like watching the guy made a video about it and explained like how he was just like constantly. It was almost like fun in a way. Like it's a challenge. Like, how do I block this? But like at the same time, it's just obnoxious. It's like, why are people trying so hard to do this? But But yeah, that was the situation where he's just like, yeah, it was a constant like back and forth of he'd figure out how to block it, and then like the computer's able to block that. So all it takes is chat going, how do we get around what the computer recognizes? You stream on PlayStation, uses tech where it won't read certain words. Yeah. Yeah, the PlayStation does that. It's interesting because the thing is, a lot of times it's very hard. Language, like I said, humans are very creative. Language is meant for humans. It's not meant for robots and computers. So it's like, it's very hard to get a computer to understand the exact line that is pretty obvious to people. Like depending on your own personal thoughts on what words are bad and what words aren't. It's generally very easy for you to recognize like what is happening is like, it's very easy to recognize that word. Our brains can process that part of language way better than any computer ever could. So you end up in situations where like, honestly, like Modern Warfare 2019 is one of the ones where it's like, I couldn't use my username on Activision Blizzard stuff. I couldn't use like the username I use here on Activision Blizzard stuff. I have a sneaking suspicion as to why Mindless E worked and the rest does not, but it's not like it's a legit word. It's not like it's anything bad, but it got blocked, and so my name was like Mindless E on that. So at least for a while, I think I might have changed it, but that was like my name on there because I couldn't use anything. I couldn't go any further. But like then other people were able to do other stuff. Are you heading out? All right, see you later, Ian. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. It was good having you here. Hope to see you again tomorrow. So tomorrow, guys, what should we stream tomorrow? Just as a thought. We're still going for a little bit, but what should we stream tomorrow? Just thinking ahead. I'm not sure. Should I continue doing this, or should we try mixing it up, do some Let's Go hunting, or do something else? What are you guys feeling? But yeah, so there's just a really thin line when it comes to the censorship, and it's like, I totally understand the point of a company erring on the side of caution, and I think that's probably the better choice to make. But it can be frustrating when you get caught in that caution, and like, you know, as a person that it's like not a problem, but like the computer does it, and then the policy is to follow the computer. Mario Maker Monday on Friday. You say let's go hunting? All right, cool. On a Friday, cause we're rebels. And because it never happens on Mondays anymore. Yeah, so tomorrow will be interesting. Just from the perspective of, I don't know if I'm going to be getting the countertop tomorrow to make into the desk, or if I will be getting that on Saturday. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. It'll be a process that I feel like getting it tomorrow would probably be better. But I don't know. I need to go ahead and swap. But I don't know if I'll be able to get it tomorrow is really the thing. This might be my favorite song in the playlist just because I love this feel. Like Pegboard Nerds really does this feel of song really well. Because yeah, like the thing with the desk is like, it's not, the biggest obstacles are the amount of time it takes to do and the size of vehicle required to transport the piece at this point. Like the current one barely fit in my mom's car, and the other one's gonna be 2 feet longer, so I gotta find a way to move that, which can be difficult. And then from there, it's just a matter of like, you gotta stain it and let it sit for a little bit, and then every coat of finishing is gonna take a little bit, and it's gonna be like a multi-day process despite like me just sitting here. Like it's gonna be like every 2 hours I go out and like spray it down with some finishing. Like like sealant, and then like I walk away for another few hours. Like I could almost stream during that time, and then just put it like be right back, and then like go do that for like 5 minutes, and then come back and stream for another 2 hours. But yeah, once we have that, I can start really kind of nailing down where some lighting stuff's going to go, what kind of lights to use. Because I'm trying to get some stuff that I can control fully from the Stream Deck, as well as control potentially from my current lighting hub. And yo, Mega Rayquaza Gaming, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, so as far as the studio stuff, like I want, like I've mentioned before, I want the lights I put in here to be interactive. Like obviously, like the generally, it's good to like have your lights kind of themed to the stream and stuff, and like totally gonna be doing that. As far as like the blues and the oranges and all that stuff, and making all that work. But one other thing I want to do is make them somewhat interactive with like super chats or members or new subs and stuff, and try to get that to be a thing. That's just gonna take a little bit of work, I think, as far as. And I need certain lights to make that happen more easily. Just like I need some that can be controlled through like my current lighting hub. You won your game, but you gotta go. Alright, see you later, gamers. Thanks so much for tuning into the stream, man. I hope to see you again tomorrow. If not tomorrow, hopefully Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure what my weekend schedule is going to usually be at the moment. All I know right now is Wednesdays are not a good day for me to stream, and are generally going to be the day that I don't. Oop. What is oop? Yeah, so what are you guys' thoughts on certain things as far as, like, interactive lighting? Like, with lights in the background, like, so, like, the main lights that, like, light up my face and light up, like, the back of my... Like, the lights that I have now, or whatever equivalents I use going forward as far as, like, key and fill lights... Those are the lights as they are. The other things are going to be like lights in the background, as far as like some LED strips and stuff, kind of hidden to give some like color on the walls and stuff, and make those interactive and whatnot. What would you guys' thoughts on that be? Like, I think it'd be kind of cool to make it like flash the color of the super chat for a bit, but like if we get super chats and stuff, or like flash for members and things like that. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of what to do there. And like, because I can figure out the controlling side of it, as far as like when I see a message in chat, you know, it runs it and stuff. That'd be cool. Yeah, like flashing the color. Sorry, I bumped the mic. My hat came undone when I reached back to scratch my head. Darn snapbacks. But yeah, make it like flash for that, and like other things. Like I want to find other things to kind of do with it, right? Like. Another thing I think would be cool, but I don't know how usable it would be, especially with high odds hunts, would be like to make the wall fill up, right? Like the lights go from the bottom to the top as we get closer to odds or something like that. Or build our own sort of hype train. Like if we could do our own sort of like kind of hype train where it like the light level is like the hype level in chat, like from chat messages, from likes, from subs, from you know, from memberships, from super chats, from Streamlabs donos, like all that goes into like a hype meter on the wall. That'd be kind of interesting, I think. So yeah, that's, again, suggestions for any kind of thing like that. Absolutely appreciated. Would love to see those kind of things posted over in the Discord. If you're new to the chat, if you're new to the channel, I would absolutely encourage, if you have a Discord account, join the Discord. It is linked by Nightbot in chat, as well as linked below the stream. Feel free to join over there. Hang out, it's a chill place to be. As well, if you have ideas for streams, I'm always open to them over there. And soon, I don't know when, I think we're going to start doing like either a pre-stream or post-stream, just like Discord chat, hangout time. So be looking forward to that. I got to figure out when it would work for me, is the main thing there. Oh yeah, we passed 100 playbacks on the stream. I appreciate all you guys coming out and watching the stream today. It means a lot to have you here. I got stuck. Gonna be grinding out Pistol Whip and Beat Saber this weekend. Gonna go for Light It Up by Camellia. Yet somehow you beat Ghost before Light It Up. What difficulty are you playing on? The Camellia songs are difficult, man. They are definitely like the top. They are definitely like the top difficult songs as far as like stock songs. on any of their difficulties. Like What the Cat is insanity. Expert. Ooh, dang, dude. I don't know if I've beaten him on X. I might have only beaten the Camellia songs on hard. To be completely honest, I need to get my riff back out. It's in the box that's like here, but it's just not out and hooked up yet or anything. Almost beat every single Camellia song on Expert. That's awesome, dude. Congrats on that. Yeah, I think I went into modded songs too quick. Like I modded Beat Saber within like 12 hours of getting it in order to add other songs in. Like with mod assistant and everything. So I haven't beaten all of the songs on every difficulty, but I can. As far as like the stock songs, so I started downloading stuff and playing them a couple times. Light it up, you messed up your typing. I'll need to try Light It Up then and see what it's like, because I don't remember a lot of the Camellia stuff, because all I remember is the Camellia stuff is what you do if you want to just die. it's like I'm not out of breath enough. Camellia. Ten times easier than Ghost, yet somebody did Ghost before Light It Up. Sometimes you just like get in that groove on a song. Like, it's not even like getting lucky. It's just like sometimes like a song just clicks. And that's just how it happens. Coming up on 1,000 Grookey. Man. So many. And we're coming up on odds for Terrakion. I don't think we'll hit odds for Terrakion tonight. I mean, we might. We actually might. I'm not sure if we will, though. I'm not sure we'll hit odds on Terrakion today. Like double odds. I don't think we'll hit double odds on Grookey. Grookeys just do take a long time for 100 encounters, but man. Killing most songs on Expert. Plus all Expert the Camellia songs because they're impossible on that difficulty. Oh, Expert Plus. Okay, yeah. I forgot Expert Plus was like an actual default difficulty. I was trying to remember if it was or if like the extra expert stuff was like special difficulties added in by map makers. Don't worry, all of your luck will flood on BDSP. Yeah, so really, I guess that's what we should do, right? Is like, that's what we should be doing, is making sure that we just get really, really unlucky in these hunts, so that when BDSP comes out and we start shiny hunting, we just get like back to back to back to back to back shinies as fast as we can. Good plan. Good thinking. Good way of looking at it, Juan. Beat Saber's your main game if you put hundreds of hours into it, and plus you had ankle issues where you couldn't stand for long periods. And like now, where you can, so your scores have majorly improved. Hey, that's awesome. It's gotta feel good being able to just go back and crush some old scores. Now it also seems like people are saying let's go for tomorrow, so I'll plan the let's go hunt for tomorrow. I don't know what it'll be, but yeah, we can get the hunt planned. It'd be cool to do one of the special ones. I still have a Snorlax that we can use for hunting. I don't know how valid of a hunt that would be, like in terms of difficulty to obtain, or what the deal there would be, like, because I haven't done any of the soft reset hunts like that in Let's Go, so it'd be an interesting experience. I would imagine my team's okay for it at this point, but would have to confirm and be sure. So I might do a couple encounters on that tonight to see if I can pull it off pretty easily. Just for the sake of, I don't want to like say, hey, we're gonna do this, and then realize I can't. I've done that before on hunts. But yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Otherwise there's plenty of just like normal Let's Go hunts I still have to do. So I wouldn't have any issue doing one of those normally. Worth noting, I unfortunately can't start streaming early on Fridays like I used to be able to. Definitely still have to wait until normal stream times now, but I guess it does mean for a more like consistent schedule overall. As far as like, if every stream starts at 7 and goes until like 10, then I think that's pretty okay. Hoping tomorrow goes by as fast as today did. I just hope I am up in time to turn on Free Practice 1. Which I don't think I will be, because it's Russia. So I think all that stuff will be happening pretty early. I might wake up in the middle of FP2 tomorrow, and then like wake up like as qualifying starts on Saturday. And then race should be normal race times, but when they go that far east in Europe for their races. I feel like their timing's gonna be a little bit weird because it's like with F1, I feel like it's close enough to normal times, like to most of Europe when they normally try to like put them in the late afternoon, that they can just like still put it late afternoon there. They can make it be a little bit like earlier. Versus, you know, like when they go like into the Middle East and they make the races way later or way earlier and stuff. How early were the Friday streams? So Friday streams started at about 1 my time, as opposed to, for reference, it's about 9:30 my time right now. So they would start at 1 and go until like 4 or 5. Is usually what they would be. Otherwise, they would go from like 1 to 3 or something like that. But basically for the summer with work, I had summer hours, and summer hours was work an extra hour on Monday through Thursday, and then you would just be able to like leave at like noon on Friday. Like just finish up, close the laptop, and be done at like noon on Friday. And that went until like end of August, basically. So that's all over now, and this is a normal Friday now. So you wouldn't have made it to like 3, but yeah, now they'll all be at the same time. Now that there's like no benefit to starting way earlier and taking advantage of that, the streams will all like be much more consistent in their terms of going along with stuff this way. In the same time zone. Gotcha. 9:23 for me and 9:23 for you. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so yeah, at this point, just because like the only thing I do is start a little bit earlier, I feel like it's just better to try to keep the same schedule for every day, since Monday I can't start that early. I like can start at 7 at the earliest. School's a drag though. I have a dreadful day of algebra and human body, which is the worst class right now. I don't know about, but other than that, your schedule is normal. I might be biased. I was a math kid, but I wouldn't mind algebra. It's La 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 Girl. It is indeed one. It is indeed the La 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 Girl. Kind of wish today's schedule was tomorrow's schedule. There's better classes today. Do you have different classes like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then like Tuesday, Thursday, or what's the deal with having like a different schedule where you are? Because my school is very strange. Like my high school is very strange with the way that they did their schedule. We had like normal 7-period days on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and then Wednesday was all of our like even numbered classes, so like our 2nd, 4th, and 6th period, as well as like an extra study hall, and then Thursday was our 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th period. Like, is that what yours is like, or you drop a class every day? They overdo your schedule. Interesting. So like all of your classes have a day that they aren't a class for you. That's interesting. I've never heard of something like that. Granted, my schedule was probably also very strange to people who never had it. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice for me on some days. In my senior year, I only had 6 classes, which meant on most days I got to leave like a little bit early, right? Because like I didn't have a 7th period, so I was just like done. I could head out, which was nice. Most of the time, like most people had like 5 classes, and that was all. Then they left it for 5th, but because of the way my schedule was, I had to have a 6th period. So most of the time, everyone was like leaving like after 5th, and I left after 6th, which worked out very strangely where I had 1 day a week where I left significantly earlier than the other days. Let's say it's day 1, I have algebra but not human body last period. Day you dropped algebra, so you had human body, and tomorrow you drop history, and then you drop gym, and then you drop English, and then you drop band, then you drop Spanish. So it was the bottom up in your schedule. Okay, interesting. Interesting, yeah, so it just like rotates the day out that you drop. That's really interesting. They do it that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. So you have like 5 class periods a day? Is that what I'm seeing there? You have 5 class periods a day and 6 classes? So like each day of the week is a different class that you drop? Because for us, it's annoying to with the mask. It annoys you because kids don't pull over your nose, even though it's common sense and you have 6 periods a day. Yeah, the mask thing's frustrating. For sure, I can imagine. It's like with the vaccine and everything, we're like right on the edge of just being able to say like we're good, but not enough people have gotten it. It's not available for, especially with schools. The problem is that it's not available for everyone in school, right? Like they still haven't approved it for like high school. High school's good, but like middle school and lower, like it's not approved yet. So like they can't get it. It's like it's a little bit frustrating. It's a little bit hard there to like say, oh, like, high school's fine, but like middle and elementary school, different rules and stuff. But yeah, especially when it's like the little kids who don't understand everything. And yeah, this year is crazy and a mess with schools and everything, but hopefully everything there kind of can get better soon. Honestly, that's the big thing. It's just hoping that it all gets better. Tomorrow is Spanish band, English gym, lunch, then algebra and human body. Gonna be a senior next year. Remember when you were in kindergarten? Dude, that feeling never goes away, I promise you. I promise you. I constantly remember. The big one for me this year was realizing it's been 10 years since I started high school. That one was strange. That one was very strange and made me feel very old. I was like, oh, wait. Because I remember when high school was the big kids. Was like basically being an adult, and now like I look back and I'm like, wow, I was very young then. And just in general, everything I was like, wow, that's yeah. You're old. I know I am. Had a choice to wear a mask. We're still under a 30+ day mask mandate unless you sign the opt-out form. Your mom won't sign it, so honestly, I know you brought it up in Discord a while ago, and I didn't say anything. Props to your mom. Just wearing the mask is the smarter and safer option right now. There's no reason to not. I guess I don't know. I know I might be weird. like wearing the mask. Like, I don't know, I never had any comfort issues with mine. I've never had comfort issues with mine. I definitely recommend whatever mask you're wearing, just wear like one of the like cheap blue paper surgical masks under it. Those are meant to be worn for long periods of time. We have put a lot of effort into making surgeons comfortable while wearing those, and dentists and doctors and everyone comfortable wearing those. We're like the like fabric decorative masks like are just fabric that is normally meant for like clothing and not for your face, so it feels weird and doesn't like form right. Cheapo, less than like a penny a piece, you know, paper masks. Best masks. I'm young at heart. I wear a black cloth mask. I have like black like cotton cloth masks that I wear over the surgical mask. I remember that got like said at one point. It basically like the weight of the cloth mask can hold the paper mask down better, and the paper masks seal better. So yeah, that's where both of them. This is your cloth mask, and this would be too much. Yeah, I mean if they don't bother you, go for it. Yeah, for me, that has worked best, is just like the paper one underneath the cloth one. At this point, I forget, like, it's not even like something that I'm like, should I put it on? It's just like, I've gotten into such a rhythm of putting it on that, like, if I step out of like my car and I don't have it on, I'm like, something feels off. And it's like, oh yeah, I don't have my mask. You know, like that. That's what it's gotten to for me. Like, or it was great last year, like in October. I started, like, I would go on walks in the morning and stuff, and it would be like 40 degrees outside, and it was like basically wearing like a scarf, right? Like, it kept my face warm, and I was like, that's great. And then in the spring, I didn't have any issues with pollen. Like, I'm just gonna wear these like often now. Like I see no reason to not. I see no downside to wearing it. For me, at least. It's like I've never had issues with them. I've hatched all my Grookey eggs, haven't I? Yep. I did the thing. I did the thing a while ago. Wow. That's so many eggs. Why did none of you guys stop me? No one stopped me. No one stopped me from being a fool. Come on, Terrakion, just be shiny already. Don't have issues with them, because I used to do urban exploration. I know 13-year-old things you did, but when you were 13, but yeah, just used to masks. Yeah, I mean, like, they've had uses. I had, like, a whole stack of, like, the N95 stuff, because I would do, like, I bought, like, a bunch of, like, heavy-duty, high-quality masks, like, when I was working on my car back in college. Because I was, like, repainting my wheels on my car and, like, sanding off all the powder-coated paint. It's like, that stuff's terrible if it gets in your lungs, so it's, like, eye protection, heavy-duty mask, like, step below, like, buying a full-on respirator kind of stuff, and, like, so I just already had those, like, yeah. Use those during the awkward period where it was impossible to, like, order any kind of masks because they would take a month to get to you. And I remember at the start of everything when everyone kept saying 2 weeks, 4 weeks max, like, okay. Okay. And then, so, like, when looking to order stuff, it's like 5 weeks until it gets to you. Like, oh, this will all be done by then. And oh boy, was I wrong. Here we are, like, a year and a half after I was like, that'd be done with all these. 13-year-old self thought it was a good idea to explore abandoned houses and factories, but there wasn't no trespassing signs, so you weren't breaking any rules. Not breaking any rules, but breaking a lot of common sense. I get that. I get that. Let me check something. I want to look at something real quick. Alright, cool. Cool. Let's just checking something. Was curious. This is a time I'm usually on. I was curious who all else was like still streaming at this point. As far as shiny hunters go, Inferno Man was like the one that I recognized. Here for both songs, indeed, indeed you are. I'm surprised that this hadn't already played, actually. Looking at the stream, like, I didn't realize my playlist was actually this long. This water bottle has been so helpful in doing longer streams. I would have been out of water so long ago with like a glass. And this water's still like nice and icy. This is like ice from earlier today even. It's not like I added ice to it before starting the stream. Yeah, this has been a good stream today. We got a bunch of new subs. We've gotten so close to 30 likes. We're like 1 like away from hitting 30 likes. We got 2 raids, which is incredible. It's been a good stream. It's been a very good stream overall. So thank you. Seriously, thank you to everyone who is here and everyone who has been here throughout the stream. So really, really do appreciate it. Probably do a couple more batches of eggs here from Grookey, and then pick up next Grookey hunt with more of these. It was a pretty good stream night. I remember the first stream I ever joined when we hunted Brawler. Dude, that was so long ago. That was one of the first SOS hunts we did on stream, actually. Yeah, that was a while back. I think it did. I think what happens there is like it goes into the sprint, like the super speed mode, but like an egg hatches while it's in that, or I go into a menu while it's in that, and it just gets all kind of confused, and that's why like the bike stops turning as quickly. So yeah, we're probably gonna hatch a couple more rounds of these Grookey eggs. From there, we'll probably call it, just because it has been 3 hours. My goal is kind of to go for three hours or so, maybe a little more, on each stream, just kind of depending on the feel of it. But I did start a little bit earlier than I probably plan on starting today, just because, you know, the direct was going to end right around that time, and didn't have a lot going on, but I might be doing a little bit of stuff tomorrow before the stream, so I'll probably start at normal. We'll probably start at the new normal of 7 o'clock. Old YouTube account is more recent. Is more recent where we actually used to upload content, but don't anymore. Fair. Fair. have a feeling this is going to be the one. It's going to be the Grookey. Darn. I was wrong. But I have a feeling... no. I have a feeling this one will be the shiny, though. Yeah, haven't made that call any other time tonight. This one's going to be the shiny. Adele looking out the window. I made your day today. I think you sent the picture today, but it made your day. Yeah, no, she loves that little spot now that she knows how to get up there. Like I said, I'm hoping, like I mentioned earlier, I'm hoping to get her just like a little tiny, kind of like, they make like shelves that are just like pillows. I'm trying to get one of those where, like, you know, it just like levers on the window in a way where as she sits on it, it locks in more. I want to get her that just so she can like do that in like my bedroom where like the window faces out towards the woods and stuff, and would be like a good spot. Her chubby little face staring out the window. Yeah, she's pretty thin in terms of like her actual body. She is very fluffy. She is extremely fluffy. It's crazy seeing her now versus when I got her, because she has some allergies and gets really itchy, and like left to her own devices, she will overgroom and just like pull her fur down to like bare. Like she will make herself go bald, unfortunately. So it's a very black and white difference between her now and what she was like before. Like with how fluffy she is. She has a chubby face. It depends on how she's sitting. I feel like this is the case with most cats, but really with her, I guess mostly because I spend most of my time with her and not other cats. Depending on how she like holds her face, or how she's moving, or how she's sitting, or how you're looking at her, she looks like a totally different cat. It's crazy. It's crazy how different she looks. Still going. Yee. We're doing one more batch of Grookey eggs here. And then we'll probably just go to 2,500 on Terrakion. Why am I doing that? Why am I being silly about it? There we go. Friend is a fat cat and literal fat sack, not kidding. I mean, yeah, all cats, or a lot of cats, have that like kind of like looks like a belly, but it's really not. It's like apparently cats just have like a lot of loose skin around like their gut in order to protect their gut. Like the idea is that anything that like tries to grab them will grab a bunch of just like fur and skin and nothing important. Got to go for the rest of the stream. Alright, see you later, gamers. It was good seeing you today, man. I hope to see you again soon. Hopefully tomorrow. And yeah, I'll get the stream scheduled for tomorrow as a Let's Go stream. We haven't done one of those in a while. I'll have to get a Jirachi stream scheduled as well. It's been like over 2 weeks since we did one of those at this point, I think. Since yeah, I think the last one we did was like 2 weeks before yesterday. So I have to get that set up again. Yeah, we're gonna hit 2,500 here on Terrakion. That's getting extremely close. Extremely close to the to double odds. Tries to hurt Lucky. That's kind of mean. Some cats just have that personality, though, and it's a little bit unfortunate because they're just like, why are you like this? Why do you do this? I don't know. But I lucked out. I lucked out. Adele is, like, undoubtedly the sweetest cat. The sweetest cat I've ever met. As far as, like, how cuddly she is and just how chill she is with literally anything you do. She's been great. Oh, hey, the playlist actually just loops. This is a good time to start wrapping up. So, all right, we have just over 3 hours of music in the stream. Fun fact. We now know this fact. Which also is a good sign. I need to probably add some more music to the stream if this is potentially a normal like amount of stream time going forward. I think that was our last Grookey right there for the night. So we just got a couple more encounters here for Terrakion to get ourselves ending on that nice round number. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and save. I don't want to lose all these eggs. I know that rehatching that or like hatching different eggs isn't gonna be an issue, but I just want to make sure we're good. So I can go ahead and put that controller down. Now we're just focused on Terrakion here. So actually, let's go ahead and swap that over then. I have a fish and his name is Ash. You haven't cleaned his tank in like a year. Extra bad owner, but he's still alive, and now you're scared if you clean it, he'll die of shock. Honestly, not a like ridiculous concern. I would be like, I would clean it. I would definitely recommend cleaning it, but just take it slowly. You know, replace just a little bit of the water at a time. Replace like, you know, clean the glass very, very carefully, very slowly over time. You definitely don't want to disrupt their environment and what they've acclimated to, but they also do better in clean water. All right, final encounter of the night. Let's see what we got. And it's not a shiny, so I want to say a big thank you at this point. I don't know who all is still here, but at least for you, Sudden Death, thank you so much for being here and chatting. Anyone else who is still here, and just everyone in general who's been in stream, thank you guys so much for coming in and chatting today. It was good talking to everyone. Thank you for all the likes on the stream. This is the most likes we've had on the stream in a long time, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you to Marmu for the super chat. Thank you to all the new subs. Thank you to Puffin and Horsey for the raids. We'll be back again tomorrow. Sounds like we'll be doing a Let's Go stream. So, your first stream with you it was fun. All right, yeah. See you later. Footprints. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for being here. I'll be back on tomorrow. Sounds like we'll be doing a Let's Go stream. Hope to see you guys then, and until next time, take care.